Hello, and welcome to Bay of Fundy Fortunes. I am Natalie, and I am here to do, sorry, gotta get everything just so you know, there we go. I'm here to do a collective reading for all the signs of the zodiac for the first 3 months of 2020. It's driving me crazy. I'm being called to do this. So I have to do it and get it out of my system. I should be doing mini readings. Having said that, if I have enough energy left over, I'll be doing the first mini reading since New Year's Eve. So anyways, we'll begin with Aquarius because the January reading for Aquarius, Pisces, Aries, and Taurus is sitting blacked out. Technical issues, the strangest thing, all the years I've been using YouTube, I've never seen this happen. And what's been going on more often than not, is when I'm finished readings, live readings at the end of the evening, I shut everything down. I shut down my streaming software, shut down YouTube. And I've even gone so far as shut the whole system down and even shut my modem down and reboot everything freshly. And I'm getting messages still. The video's still running. The live stream is still running. That one in particular ran for 19 hours. I could do nothing to disable it, to stop it. The screen was black, but the text side was still, and it was showing live, And I guess anything longer than 12 hours on YouTube per video, anything over that, they can't publish it. So being 19 hours, yes. One other one went for 23 and a half hours, almost a whole day before it finally, well, it didn't shut down until I brought up a new one. Which was very weird. Anyways, I didn't want to put in a big video like this and go through all the work. This is going to take a long, long time. Like, I started getting ready for this 45, 50 minutes ago. And I'm now 4:23 in the afternoon. We've got our smudge in. So we add all that time in. And by the time I have to save it and process it and do everything I have to do to it before I click publish, yeah, maybe then everybody will understand why I don't like doing pre-recordeds anymore. I'll make sure and put it in there somewhere so everybody knows how long it took to put that together and the time and everything. If I don't do mini readings this evening, that will be why it's still uploading. Once it hits YouTube, it's painfully slow. It's like that for a lot of channels. A lot of them will say that, Everything else runs really fine. And I go to do an upload on YouTube, and it is painfully long. And it slows everything else down. You can't really do much of anything. Watching little clips, you can't do that at all when you're doing uploads. Like, you shut everything down around it so that no other resources are being absorbed by other programs and stuff. It's craziness. So despite the world events at the moment, and I notice Australia, since the attacks, the Iranians and Americans and all that. I'm in Canada, just saying. Funny thing is, Canada lost a whole whack of people, Canadian citizens, in this fighting. We had nothing to do with it. We just happened to live next door, but they don't even acknowledge, like the government, and business, corporate, and all that. They don't call Canada our neighbor next door. We're called overseas. And there's a land border crossing. I think there's like 4 different areas, or something like that, maybe more, right across the country where you can drive right across the border, and you're in the U.S. So, anyways, we're the ones that took the hardest hit, to the best of my knowledge right now. It's disconcerting, and there was a lot of them, one from Atlantic Canada here, and there was a whole whack of them, like 63 from, I think it was Ontario, 30-something from British Columbia. Like, it's crazy. Families just destroyed. But anyways, it's been a strange start. The closer we got to 2020, the more I kept thinking, I love this number, 2020. What's 2020? Well, we always say, if hindsight was 2020, we wouldn't have made the mistakes that we've made along the way, or made choices that we've made along the way. But I got a good feeling about 2020, a feeling of solidity, a feeling of balance, and things being evened out the way they're supposed to be. That's what I kept getting from 2020. But I'm not really shocked that the first 2 weeks of the year are what they are. I'm not that shocked either. It almost feels now like end times. Is what it feels like. Somebody mentioned that in the group on Facebook the other day. By the way, Bay of Funny Fortunes can be found on Facebook. Where our group, it's under Bay of Funny Fortunes, and our group is closed and private. Everything has to be pre-approved. Nothing leaves that channel. Anybody caught like carrying information out that they're gone. We don't tolerate that at all. And it's not a place to drum up business. It never was. It's a place for people like myself and yourself, light workers of the world, those walking within the light path. It gives us a place to go and to be together because we feel like we're all as one in there. It's a great group, very supportive, very accepting. Some people have described it as Zen-like going in there. It's just like Zen. If you're wound up, if you're tensed, if you're stressed, you go through the channel, through all the posts and everything going on, and you can feel yourself calming and settling down. So I'm proud of the group. I know most of you hate Facebook, and that's okay if you don't want to. That's cool. But if you haven't subscribed to the channel, please do. That way you don't miss any notifications. Most of my readings are live now, with the exception of today, because I'm not putting in a bunch of work and then have it all disappear on me. I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to waste my day. I said it's safer for me to pre-record rather than depend on the live stream right now. So anyway, world events. It's heartbreaking. I keep myself in touch with current events, but I don't absorb them, and like I just don't do that. I'm not on the edge of my seat watching every newscast and every news, but the news will find you anyways, gets filtered through and it finds you. So that's what I've been doing. I haven't been, if I come across something, grabs my interest, yes, then I'll pay attention, I'll share, I'll talk about it, whatever. So anyway, I got my coffee here. I'm going to get the shuffle going. Gonna start with Aquarius. Okay. It's kind of wintry here today. But I tell ya, here we are. We'll be soon halfway through January. We have no real snow to speak of. Really, there's not. I mean, what we've had, I can brush off my deck and my stairs. Doesn't really need to be shoveled. And on our temperatures are going to start to go up on Saturday. For those on the metric system, it is going to rain, of course, thank heavens, because water is easier to shovel than snow and ice. But it's going up to +8 Celsius on Saturday. And bring it on. It'll melt off all the snow that we have right now. We don't even have a foot of snow. We got about that much. Just enough to cover everything and to look really, really pretty. But not overwhelming like, oh my God, kind of thing. So, for those of you who are new, I'm glad you're here. Please get back, sit back, be comfortable, and we'll get to your sign. I'm going to timestamp these as well. There'll be 12. And the thing with this, too, I can put it all in one video. I don't have to do more than one. I'll put it all. This will be one video. I can pause whenever I want to pause, go do what I got to do, stop to eat, bathroom breaks, this sort of a thing. But I am going to timestamp. So we're beginning with Aquarius. I haven't done the shuffle yet, so we'll wait a moment till I get shuffled up. This is going to be for the next 3 months, January, February, and March. And I'll pull whatever I feel to pull for each sign as I'm reading. I'm, Aquarius, I may just pull one card, and that's all I'll be called. And others, I may pull 3 or 4. I'm not making any promises. I really want to do many readings this evening, and I am starting late in the day here. Doing anything. That's my own fault. But I got a new deck of cards. I get a lot of romance and love and intimate questions on the mini readings. And haven't been able to find a set of cards that would be appropriate. These are fantastic. These are Oracle of the Mermaids. So I think there's 40 cards, if I'm not mistaken. And anyways, I want to get to use. I've used them once on private reading, and they're different. You can't just sit down to a tarot reading with these cards. They don't work that way. So although I asked the spirit to consider these cards no different than tarot to bring forth the same formula for messages and whatnot. But this is for Aquarius. for the rest of January, February, and March 2020. Dun-dun-dun. Yes, yes, yes. Yes, I feel you. Yes, I feel you here. Yes, yes, yes. I have my own guides. And there's 3. They're native, indigenous to where this place, where it was many years ago, 300-400 years ago. There aren't any indigenous people here anymore. Of course, pushed out by white man. What do you think? 3 to 4 different people from the channel doing a reading just like this, pre-recorded, at different times, not in the same time span. Over a spread of a year and a half, there was 3 to 4 different people from different parts of the world, didn't know each other, and they could see them. And each person told me, literally almost word for word, they all said the same things, and my hair was standing. I was like, oh my God. I knew that anyway, but for people outside my realm, outside my world, my now, my presence, my present, to see, and all of them seeing the same things, yes. And they're here today. This is probably the first time I've ever said this on any reading. Oh, my guides are here today. I've never said this before. So, I just go with it. Aquarius, what's in store for Aquarius through the rest of January? With today being the month of January the 9th, 2020, to take us through to the end of March 2020. What's coming up? What do they need to know about? They could receive enlightenment, epiphanous moments. On the move, I'm hearing for you, Aquarius, on the move. You're going to be on the move. On the move with purpose. Having more purpose. More things to lead you along, more cause, more motivation to get up and move and to get things done and to do things, take care of things, begin things, end things. And yes, these things go on in our life every day. You don't need a tarot reader to tell you this is all part of life. But it's ramped up. These things are ramped up for you. It's not normal every day. These things are ramped up. Okay, Aquarius. What time is it? Okay, I'll say 4:30. 4:30 is the start time. After that, it'll be Pisces. Okay, 4:30. All right, I'm going to cut the deck right here, Aquarius. All right, what have we got? Really? I pulled the card of strength for you, Aquarius. The card represents stability overall. And one of the big meanings off of the card of strength is your strength of character. And I'm feeling that very strongly for most of you Aquarians. That yes, you're going to be living each day with purpose. You've got a reason. I'm hearing you've got a reason now. You've got something important, something that's bigger than you are. Something where you're needed. Some place where you're needed. Someone that needs you. Some place that needs you. Moving forward, taking care of things, being kind of a take charge, caregiving capacity of some kind. Some of this could see you work. I just seen a flash. Okay. A soup kitchen or a homeless shelter, that kind of an atmosphere, you're working there. You're giving of yourself. There's real purpose behind this for some of you, whoever this resonates. And these are general readings. So if nothing resonates with you, then this was not the reading for you, or I'm not the tarot reader for you. There must be a couple hundred of us now within the tarot community here on YouTube. Keep going till you find somebody that what they're telling is starting to mean something to you. It's hitting home. So keep that in mind. Don't get mad at me, okay? Because people do. That didn't mean anything to me. That wasn't any good. That didn't resonate with me. There's none of that going on in my life. What do you want me to do? You better learn about tarot and how it works, if that's the attitude coming through. Really, people should lightly inform themselves really what the gist and the balls of tarot reading is all about. And it makes things a lot clearer for people that are new to tarot and are pulled in and drawn to it. Not saying learn how to read. Of course, I'd encourage it. Everybody's got the gift. Some of us are open to it, some of us are not. But this really, that's the word I'm hearing for you. Let me pull another card for you, Aquarius. What do we got here? Look at that. 7 of Cups, possibility. Great card. Sevens are all about possibilities. Anything can happen. And sometimes it's you can make anything happen. Sevens are good numbers. And this is like a double whammy because the prompt on this card is possibility. So we got 2. The basic and the forward, front and center, are both the same. So this is where you can, I'm hearing for somebody having plans laid out, following through with these plans, and then changing gears midstream. And you know what? You can do that because you've got this card and you've got this card. You've got the strength here to endure anything that needs to be done. You're telling yourself, Aquarius, whatever I need to do, I will do. I will do. I won't question. Even if I don't like it, I'll do what's expected of me to do. Let the universe be my guide and my shelter and my strength. And with this card here, it's okay if you need, don't panic. You know, if you need to switch gears, is what I'm saying here, right? This is further in. This is probably closer to February here with this. Maybe middle to mid-February for both these cards, actually. Where is my book? So we don't want to leave anything unturned. And I will pull one more. I guess I will pull one more. There you tell me this, what reading is meant for you, and the message is coming in here. Look what you got. 3 of Wands, motivation. Motivation. Fits right in with these possibilities, motivation, stability, having purpose, moving forward, taking charge, throwing yourself in the front position, the front lines of whatever it is. Doesn't have to be anything bad or arduous. It could be something good, but you're driven. You're moving forward. You're making a difference. If not in the world overall, in your own little way, you're making a difference in your own way, within your own world. I don't know what happened to my flameage there. That candle. It's dying out or something. So we've got, whatever you do the first 3 months is going to give you the motivation to continue on, continue through. Coming out of this a lot stronger than you went in, even with the self-doubts. Some of you will have self-doubts, yes. And even with that, it's okay. It's okay. Know that it's okay. Everything you're doing, you're being watched, you're being guarded. But with the Strength card, he's trying to bring forth a message. If you run into conflict, be brave in the face of conflict. Stand your ground. Don't let yourself be overwhelmed by exterior happenings around you, because it's not you. It's stuff that you can't control. And you just have to kind of like watch it, keep your eye on it, study it, find out about it, pick it apart until you know what to do about it. It'll come to you. Your intuition's going to be your best guide. Remember this, anything that comes out, comes to you, Aquarius, in a negative capacity, bad things coming towards you, bad people, bad words, bad gestures, whatever, bad vibrations. Anything that's bad is black, it's shadowed, it's negative. You are of the light. Anything that opposes you is weaker than you are because of that, because you are of the light. Light is never defeated by darkness, not ever. Remember that. You don't lower yourself to that dark area, but I'm watching my cat. What is he up to? He never strays off his own little perch. Oh, he's going to go back to his perch. That's good. He's an old cat. You never know what he's going to do. But don't let your own fear, your own insecurities block yourself. Don't get in your own way. Somebody out there could be trying to project their negative emotions onto you. That's not good. You'll have to find a way to work your way around somebody like that. Having compassion while keeping your own personal boundaries strong and refusing to be taken advantage of shows your strength of character. Another meaning of this card is literally the return of physical strength, the return of energy, the return of good health, the return of good mental health, sound emotional health, return to vitality, and to start being in the land of the living again. This is a beautiful thing for you. For anybody that's been going through anything like that, you're on your way back. The advice of the card here for you: stand firm, be calm, take the higher moral ground. Any situation you find yourself in is going to be a test of your character, and you are resilient and you're patient enough to withstand any ongoing challenges without panic or compromise. That just doesn't feel right. You do what feels good. You do what feels right. Courage, patience, endurance, risk, opposition, and vitality. Your second card here was the Seven of Cups, and I love that for you guys. That's nice. It is. It's nice. So you got the 7 here. As I said, of Cups, all about emotions and love, relationships. There are many, many choices available to you now because this is a card of possibilities. But you're kind of like, oh gosh, where do I throw my energy? Where do I throw my focus in? Because where my focus goes, my energy goes, right? A little hesitant to jump into something. Just take your time. You'll get started when you get started. But don't waste your time. Don't just jump in for the sake of doing something. You jump in when you know it's the right time, the right area to allow yourself to get involved in. Don't do any assuming. Go by facts. Because if you don't, you may fall for some kind of an untruth, some kind of a fantasy. Don't just fall with something that fires your imagination. Stay grounded. Remain on the facts, lean on the facts. That's going to be your best thing to do no matter what it is you're getting into or involved in. Dreams and visions come to the forefront with this card as well. There's no lack of creativity up here in your imagination. And that's fine. That adds a little more inner color to you, right? You just be careful. That's all. Grounded, logical. Pay attention to your dreams, your nighttime dreams, your daytime visions. Pay attention to them. There could be messages coming through for you. Rather than rush toward any one option here, stand back a while. If you've got the time, the luxury of time in your hands, just stand back and wait and see what's going to manifest and unfold from something that's caught your attention. Just stand back and watch, and then you'll know if this is for you or if it's not for you. Keywords are fantasy, confusion, choices, dreams, imagination, vision, passion, and then the last card for you is the 3 of Wands, and it is a motivation, like I told you. It just slid right in there and is so well paired up and matched up here. So with threes, the number 3 itself, anybody new to tarot and whatnot, the 3 is a very highly revered number within itself, even excluded from tarot. The 3 is a lot of times referred to as a holy number, extremely powerful, real strong, bright, beautiful energy. Nothing can move it. It's pure. It's real. You don't mess with the number 3. If you've got it in your life, no one's going to mess with you either. This is the card of motivation. It's also a card of high activity within tarot. When you get threes, there's a lot going on. The 3 is bringing you energy and enthusiasm to all of your activities. And when it comes to love, it could be predicting a new relationship and celebrations such as weddings and engagements. This 3 is also a brilliant card for travel. It is Wands. Wands always represent travel and movement. It also represents the arts and sport as well. It's showing a dynamic attitude that's going to get you results. You're ready to switch gears at any time. You're keeping an open mind and saying, I'm not going to dismiss anything at first glance. I'm going to think things through. I'm going to look things over. I don't want to miss the best of the best that's been brought to me. You can find yourself taking an unusual approach to a dilemma or a situation, and you could be finding ingenious ways to problem solve and get your message across. The advice, think laterally for new ways to fire your communications and creativity. As they say, think outside the box. I call it sideways thinking, way out in left field, things that never been tried before. Well, why can't I try this? I could be the first person to try something that's crazy and have it come out really good. I could start something. Why not? What have I got to lose? If you're standing with nothing now, you've got nothing to lose. Keywords are travel, relationships, weddings, originality, success, the arts. And for somebody, sports will be important to you or have an important landmark here for you as well. It looks like a real busy, a meaty 3 months, meaning you're not going to be living sparsely. You're not going to just be living small on the side. Yeah, I ate today. Yeah, I should go for a walk. Yeah, I should get some work. Nah. No, you're going to be more purpose-driven. You've got the motivation behind you, Aquarius. They're all really good cards. That's what I'm sensing for you anyway. Okay, so we're going to move in now to Pisces, 448. All right, Pisces, the fish. What is going on for Pisces? What do we have coming in for Pisces for the rest of January in through to the end of March 2020 this year, this brand new year, Spirit? What is it bringing Pisces? What do they need to have brought to their attention? Be given a heads up about. Bring enlightenment, growth, love, and compassion their way. For Pisces. What's going on with Pisces? What's up for them? What's up for them? January, February, March 2020. Pisces. Information, enlightenment, direction, and guidance for Pisces. Thank you. Thank you. All right, I'm going to cut right here, Pisces. The Four of Wands. Ha! Reward. Oh, someone's seeing the payoff. Somebody's seeing the payoff. This is beautiful. This is a great card. Fours, and one of the good fours. Fours are all about equality. They are about balance, peace, quiet, stillness. Finishing something, and it's come to a stop. It's come to an end. That's over. We're beyond that. This won't move anymore. This won't grow anymore because it's already done. It's a done deal. Which kind of implies that some of you have been working on some things. You've been working very hard. But as the card, the prompt indicates, yes, because of the hard work that you've put in. And keeping the faith as well in what it is that you were doing. Knowing you were in the right place, doing the right thing at the right time. Working towards the goal of bringing something together and making it whole again. Whatever that is for you, to make it good again. Solid. Where you can depend on something, you can trust in it. That's what we're talking about here. And all your hard work is going to pay off because there are rewards. You can start to even see them probably at this point. You're seeing the end. You're seeing the light at the end of the tunnel. You can see the rewards that are waiting for you. So basically, when you've achieved a goal, such as finding a new home for some, completing a project, or even passing a test, this is the time for rewards. Holidays, and for a lot of us, we're still on and celebrating the Christmas and the New Year season. It doesn't end till, for some, some people go right into the Chinese New Year, and I'm not sure where that's at this year. But anyway, all I know about is Little Christmas. I've always kept everything kind of going till then. It just makes me happy. Holidays, socializing, love, and things away, and trips away, are all featured in this very happy 4. This 4 is bringing you leisure. It's bringing you fun. And it's bringing you some real strong sense of freedom. It's also time to get back in touch with your own inner child. Let your guard down. Let your hair down. Laugh. Have fun. You've earned this joy, this happiness, this feeling of completion, this feeling of being successful. It's a good feeling. Some of you will be experiencing that. Celebrate the joy of life. As you find contentment within, you'll sense the closeness of your spirit guides. Another meaning is reflecting on happy memories. Be carefree while you can and replenish your mind, your body, your soul, because you deserve it. Just that simple. So invest something in caring for yourself. Keywords are balance and love, contentment, freedom, openness, travel, a new home. For some of you, this is for you guys, and I'm hearing here, Pisces, coming full circle with this card, with this 4. You're coming full circle is what's going on here. And it's a good thing. All the pieces are fitting into place as a puzzle, Lego. You know what I'm saying in metaphors, right? But things are snapping into place finally, finally, finally for you. Let me pull another card. That's a good card for you guys. Oh, dear. Okay. Whoa. Are you serious? Okay. The next 2 cards that I pulled, maybe I shouldn't have, but no, they fit. They got, well, they're partnered here. We got the 3 of Swords. That's your second card. And we've got the Death card at the end here. So major transformations coming up for somebody. This could be the end of a relationship. This card always seems to represent sorrow, pain, loss, heartbreak. Sometimes feelings of betrayal. There could be relationship endings going on here. Discoveries. And being slapped with reality to the point it's almost literally physically knocked you over. Shock for some. All right. Not the best way. This is what you need. There's a thread here you need to hold on to. This is something that was meant to be. This is something that was meant to happen. This is something that was all part of your life story. Why did you have to come in this far to get to this, just to find this? Nobody has any answers. I can't answer that for you. But it was destined. Whatever it is, it was destined. Are you hurting? Maybe feeling devastation, heartbreak? Yes. Yes. You don't have to stay there. I always say to people when they're going through something that's that intimate within themselves, you go ahead and you feel sorry for yourself. Go ahead, cry, scream, whatever you have to do. Eventually you do stop to cry. Stop crying. Eventually you become a dry vessel. And then you go through the numbing stage where you don't feel anything at all. And then you feel resentful. When you start feeling resentful, as negative and down as that emotion is, in this case, it's going to be your saving grace. Feeling resentment for where you were led. Feeling resentment for your loss of what you've lost. Feeling resentment, feeling like part of your time, your life was wasted. No, it was not wasted. None of it was wasted. all of it happened and went down the way that it was supposed to go down for you. But the resentment will be your saving grace, we'll call it. There's nothing graceful about resentment, but in this case, it's going to be the chemo to your cancer. We'll call it that. Resentment is going to stir something in you. Resentment is not going to make you act out, to anybody else in any way or hurt yourself in any way. But if anger is what's going to drive you to pull yourself back up out of that black hole, feeling so far down in life and so alone, so down that you have to reach really hard. You've got to reach up just to touch the bottom of the barrel. You feel that low. You're going to come out of it. And it will be resentment, anger that will be driving you. Who cares what drives you as long as you come back out of it? It's okay for you to cry for yourself, your spirit, your own inner child, and to mourn for that. It's not okay to get stuck there. And getting stuck there can be real easy. If you just, I don't care anymore. No, you need to get angry. You need to get mad so that you get back up on your feet and you take life on again with both barrels blazing. You just do. All right. For some of you Pisces, we're looking here at, as well as this is also a card of healing. So what the resentment's going to do is bring you healing. It's disguised, but that's what you're going to come across. You'll feel better for it. Just don't become outrageous and go way overboard with something you'll regret later. Try to keep your perspective. When too many things get in your way, just clear them out, and one thing at a time. You can only focus on one thing at a time. A lot on your mind, a lot going on. The 3 is the heartbreak card of tarot, but thankfully it is a minor arcana card, and it signifies a transient event that you will process and you will heal from. It often arises to reveal relationship breakups, affairs, disappointments. This the positive side of this card is that at least you know exactly where you stand and you're seeing the truth. Truth isn't always a pretty picture. More times than not, it's not. Hard reality. The 3 can also signify stress symptoms such as anxiety and fear. The advice: feel the pain, see the truth of the matter. The situation has happened for a reason, what I tell you. Keywords are heartbreak and sorrow, betrayal, loss, affairs of the heart, breakup, and tears. And the last card really puts it all in perspective. Here comes the big changes over what you've been affected by. It follows the heartbreak card. There is transitions going and transformation going on here. The card is not a card of death per se, 99.999% of the time. I'm no good in math. You know what I mean. This is not a card about dying physically. This is a card about physical change. This is a card where it says you had plans. You had your map on your road all laid out for the next 20, 30, 40 years, whatever it is. And all of a sudden, the brakes came on. And it sunk just like the fishing dory did. See that? You see that fishing dory right there? At one time, her main purpose in life was to take her fishermen out to sea, to fish for their wares, to feed and support their families, to live their lives. And then one day she sunk. And they said, she's dead in the water now. We need to build another. She wasn't dead at all. She very slowly sank to the seabed floor. She wasn't dead. She was repurposed. She found another purpose that was very important. Something that was vital to her environment and to her life. And she found another reason to go on. Much richer, much more depth, much more meaning. Something of substance is what your life is going to become. These are good things. They're not bad things. It's a rebirth going on here. Okay? All right. It's not a bad card. It truly isn't. And I would not lie to you. It just means change. We don't always take the change very well. In that capacity, you have some uncomfortable moments and, you know, that kind of a thing, right? Going on here, Pisces. But you are like a cat. For the fish that you are, you're like a cat. You may fall, you may tumble, but you'll always land on your feet. Death does not reveal physical death. It expresses a great change in your life, a transformation that is essential if you're to begin a new phase. Whatever you no longer need is going to be taken from you. Death is necessary for something new to be born. This may be unsatisfying work, it could be a stuck relationship, or anything that constitutes old ways of being, including habits that no longer serve you any good. For this reason, death clears away confusion and brings a situation to a natural conclusion. From this point onward, new people, ideas, and opportunities are entering your life. A new era is going to beckon for you, Pisces. The advice is allow what will be, rather than resisting the change that needs to happen. Don't resist it, embrace it, even if you're uncomfortable. There have been times in my life, and I've been that person so far down, I had to reach up, touch bottom, felt completely abandoned in the world, alone. Nobody knew what I was going through. They didn't know how I felt. The whole 9 yards. And I'd break, and I'd say, you know what? I'd talk to the universe and say, you know what? As much as this sucks, as much as this hurts, as much as this is devastating, as stressful as this is, as alone as I feel, thank you. Because I know there's a reason for this. I know there is. That I have to go through this. I didn't do anything to deserve all this. No, we're both in agreement. But this is the way it has to play out. Thank you for the goodness that's going to come and the lessons that will be learned and the richness of those lessons that couldn't have been brought to me in any other way. Thank you for this. Thank you for the pain. Thank you for the growth. I will survive, and I'll come out the other end a better spirit, a better person. Sometimes we have to do that. The advice of the card of death: allow that what will be will be. Don't interfere. Rather than resisting the change that needs to happen, you're to embrace it. Keywords are rebirth, endings, change, but there's beginnings. There's release, letting things go. There's relief after letting things go, saying goodbye. Conclusions, coming full circle. Coming full circle. There you go, Pisces. To show your cards one more time, and then we'll move on. That was a very, like I said, it's a general reading. It's going to mean something different for everybody. Some of this will mean something, some of it won't. All of it will, all of it won't. It depends. So there you go, Pisces. There we go. All right, so the next reading coming up is Aries, our little spitfires of balls of spitfires. And we have 504. There we go. They're all about 15 minutes long. I guess it's just working out that way. I don't put time limits on my readings, ever. I wish I could, but I won't force spirit. I go by what spirit brings, and spirit's due time and their good time. I think the manifestor, my favorite guy, he's going to make an appearance because I just seen him flash by. When that happens, he's ready to come out any minute now. That's not. Oh my God. My female grouse is back. She's in the tree. She's picking seeds. What on earth is she? I shouldn't be saying Hurdle Spring. I know our weather's been fantastic. I've been working since like October, trying to manifest an open winter for my area. And you know what? So far, so friggin' good. It has been a rather open winter. No major storms yet. We haven't been buried at all. Look at how big and healthy she is. My goodness. I'd love to take the camera and go out and show you and let you see her, but I don't want to disturb her this time of year. You know, there's a little bit of food, and But with the little skiff of snow we got down here, it would be harder for her to find seeds and whatnot. So, okay, this is for Aries. What's going on for January, February, March for Aries? The next 3 months for 2020. What is going on for our fireballs? I can't stop looking at her. I can't believe she's out there. I've never seen her out in December, January ever. First. Yay! You know, if you watch nature, nature tells you a lot. And maybe she's saying to me, Natalie, keep manifesting, because here I am. Early spring? Maybe. March is usually a crazy month, but... Alright, I'm going to cut right here, Aries. What do we got? Loverly. Just lovely. Queen of Wands, don't you know? She's all about passion. She's all about passion. She's a really great card. She's a nice card. And she's beautiful. Just gorgeous. All right. With the Queen of Wands, of course, she's the Queen of Passion. When she shows up, usually the first thing that comes is she's showing up to tell you, tap, tap, tap on the shoulder. Take a look around. Look at your life. And how can you improve it? Look at what you've been sitting on. Look at what you've been snuffing out and pushing to the side. Look at these things that you really don't want to be doing that. You really want to bring them out in the open, up front and center. You want to indulge and immerse yourself in the things that bring you that inner joy. And that's what creativity is all about. It brings an inner joy that you can't put words to. Instead, it comes out as art. Painting or sculpting or singing or writing, dancing, whatever it may be. She flew off. She's not real good flying between the trees. She goes to fly, and then she usually flutters down a couple branches. Usually falls. Oh my God, look at that moon. It's huge. Just coming up. Just rising. I got lots to keep me busy out the window, I know. And it's going to be dark here very, very shortly. We're coming into the blue hour right now. So it's going to be dark very, very shortly, and I won't be able to see anything. The Queen. She is a beautiful card. We do like her a lot. Yes, we do. We like her a lot. Aries, you never do anything halfway. That's what I'm getting for you. And Aries, you're always on fire. Even if you're down to the coal, a bed of coals. They're all metaphors. A bed of coals. And there's just this glow of embers. Your fire never goes out. Never, never, no matter what you're going through. Where you've come from. What you're facing. There's always a simmer, if not full-blown fire going on within the Aries personality. God, that moon is gorgeous. And when it's low like that, just coming up, it's so big. It's very detailed. I should be out there with my camera. The Queen has shown up in your reading. Basically, what she's representing for you is she sees you thriving in activity with a high energy around other people, becoming more involved, becoming more a part of things. But the card is showing that you're going to thrive in the company of others. This is going to make you a more passionate, more talkative, and more dynamic. She also leads by example. So you're going, I'm not going to sit here and just yada, yada, talk the talk. I'll be showing your butt. I'm going to be walking. I'm going to be taking action. Watch me. Just watch me. That's going to be your motive. Your thing that drives you is just watch me. Through her work and belief, she inspires others to fulfill their potential. So you're impressing a few people here. In relationships, she speaks from the heart. Communication is very vital to her, as it is to you, Aries, as well. She may find it very frustrating dealing with people who are closed off from their emotions. That just doesn't do for anybody, especially for Aries. And as the U card, if it's resonating with you, The Queen shows it's time to honor your own special talents. The advice of her is follow your intuition to make the best decisions in relationships, work, and projects. Keywords are enthusiasm and leadership. Even if you just took the keywords from this and digested them, this is enough to carry you through. Enthusiasm, leadership, creativity, intuition, relationships, strength, integrity. Okay, I heard for some, you may be tempted. God, that moon. You may be tempted to sidestep your integrity at times. Don't do that, though. The advice from the Spirit is not a good idea. Don't be doing anything shady, little underhanded. Who's going to know if I do that? Oh, someone will know. There's always got to be a balance out there. Be very careful. You don't want karma coming back in and making a balance for you. It's usually not a real good experience if you haven't been anything less than honest. Okay? Do things right. Take the long way if that's what it means. But this sees you coming, some of you. I can't believe I'm going to say this about an Aries, but coming out of your shell. It shows you more color coming into your life, more vibrancy coming into your life, more higher energy, a faster energy, a thicker energy, because it's chock full of good stuff. All for you. All of it. So, it's incredible. This really shows you coming. You're allowing more of you to come out and come forward. You're not going to be holding back for the sake of other people and their opinions anymore. That's going to stop. And you always felt you were walking a tightrope, just trying to keep the peace, to not rock the boat, to not throw your oars in the water, to not throw blocks in the way. But it's come at a cost, because it meant holding you back to a big degree as well. So that's coming to an end. It's going to be a new start. You're getting ready, and what you're saying is, I'm living for me now. I have to live for me first to be a better person for all the other humans in my life. Great card to start that out with. So your next one, I'm going to pull another one. And yeah, you will have to become, I'm not surprised to get that behind it. The defensiveness coming through. Some people aren't going to like the changes that are coming out in you. The motivation, the going to be questioning what it is you're doing. What are you thinking? What are you thinking now? Calm down. That kind of an attitude coming towards you. And it's that kind of stuff that you're erasing from your life. But it'll make you feel like you have to defend what you're doing. You'll have to defend who you are to a point. You're going to be very protective over different areas of your life. You're ready to stand up and fight for what's yours. For your job, for some of you, property, or defending your own actions. You've made some sacrifices in the past, and you may feel like you need to justify these by staying put, standing your ground. However, you may need to ask yourself, with some things in your life, if you're holding on too tightly due to fear of letting go, is this a need for constant diligence, or just an exhausting habit rather than a free choice? Because we don't always need the things that we think we need in our lives. But the advice of the card is protect what is yours by all means, but free up your thinking. It's time to create some mental space to plan for your future. And when people challenge you, making you feel defensive as well, if you got plans in place, you got something to back it up with, something concrete. These aren't just crazy willy-nilly ideas off the top of your head. And presenting or claiming or declaring these changes that you have some hardcore decisions already made about, you're already taking action, you've already got the ball rolling. For some, will make them back off. The aggressor, the one making you feel defensive, like you got to explain yourself or protect yourself against. Some will get it the first time around. Wow, I don't know where that came from, but boys, I'm not touching that. Let them do what they want to do. They know that they're defeated before they've defeated you, kind of a thing. Protect what is yours by all means, but free up your thinking, create mental space to plan for the future. Get cracking, all right? Keywords: determination, challenges, sacrifices, hard work, protection, rigidity, and fear. You can be rigid if you want. That means, to me, you're standing your ground at this point. Nobody's going to push you around. Nobody is going to knock you off the platform that you've claimed as yours. This is what's going down this year. I'm moving forward, and these are my plans. I've already got some things already concrete in action. Those that are giving you a hard time, they always seem to be the ones that hold you up. And for some reason, some of them, it's out of the goodness of their heart, but they're real harsh about it. They're worried. They don't want to see you get hurt or get into a mess. You just need to reassure them and say, let me walk on my own, and if I fall, I fall. I'll always get back up. Not an issue. But don't be afraid. That's the last thing you want to experience is fear. Don't be afraid. You know, there we go. That's what we want to see. Your third card that I pulled, Queen of Swords. She's a lady and an energy that you don't mess with her. We'll put it that way, at all. The card is about resilience. Even if you do fall and you get knocked over, you'll get back up again. Just like the song says. Tub thumping, is it? I used to tease my kids when they were really young teenagers, like 11, 12, 13. And that song would come on. I loved it. And I can never remember the name. Well, who would? Tub Thumper? What the hell? And at the same time, that 50 Cent guy was doing music and stuff. And I used to call, and the kids would go, oh my God, Mom. They would just cringe. They'd be yelling and screaming, shut up. And I go, you know that song about the tub thumper? What is that, 50 Cent in the tub? I drove them crazy. Back in that time, too, is when Photoshop started getting real popular and you can get free partial versions of it. My oldest son, he thought Britney Spears was the end-all, the be-all, you know. And I took a picture of her scantily clad, showing her midriff and her boobs everywhere and the whole bit, and, you know. And I took Photoshop and I played with that picture, and I gave her a belly that laid on the floor. I had boob going in that direction, one going in that direction. You know what I mean? Gave her some stubble. I said, come see the woman that you think is the best woman in the whole world, dear. Come and see. I got a picture over here. Look at that. And he just about passed out. You take that off of there right now. What are you doing that for? I said, just to get you going. You know, so well. But the Queen of Swords isn't somebody to mess. This is a woman that's been through it. That's what I'm hearing. Or a man. It could be either one. I try to not, unless it specifically comes through as a certain gender, one or the other, then I don't really assign gender. This is a very strong, confident person. This is somebody that knows where they're at. They know where they're going. They know what they want. There's no holding them back. There's no stopping them. This person didn't get there overnight. They got there through their own trials and tribulations, been knocked down many, many times in life, but have always gotten back up. And now she has this aura about her that is all strength and pure energy and insightful and highly intuitive as well. All this energy. She doesn't suffer any fools. This card just doesn't. That energy is, you will see the truth in a heartbeat. You're either getting a lot sharper or people are getting a lot slower and dumber around you. I like to believe it's you. But she gets down to business and she brings a lot of clarity as well. This being swords, of course, right? A lot of clarity there with her. She takes care of her own needs first. She knows how the game of life is played and that you have to put yourself first so that you'll be a benefit to everybody else. This queen is highly intelligent. She wasn't born that way. She got through to where she is through experience. Okay? She's very driven. She doesn't want to waste any more time in her life. When she walks into a room, her energy commands respect, and people give it to her. In any debate, argument, choices, decisions, she stands her own ground. She can be very charming, but she does not suffer fools. She can see the truth in any situation in a flash. So if people are really onto you and they're really paying attention to you, they'll know better than to try to pull any wool over your eyes. You have this air about you that nobody can. People are going to be intimidated that way. That's a good thing. Let them be intimidated. This card often comes up in a reading to show a very strong woman, a business leader, independent females, and single parents as well. If she comes up as the U card, if it's resonating with anybody out there in the reading, it's time for you to show your strength of character, and don't be shy, don't be afraid. Be prepared to make a strong decision or to respond to a final decision that's made by a woman, for whoever that will apply to. Keywords are intelligence, independence, leadership, insight, intolerance, determination, and justice. Nothing's going to stop her now, no matter who thinks they can take her on. Why? Because she's living her passions now. She's living her true self. These cards all tell your story here, Aquarius, for the next 3 months. Or not Aquarius, Pisces, sorry. Aquarius popped into my head. Here comes the blue, well, that dark blue hour in the tails of it. And that moon's just popping right out of that sky. But these cards are all for you for January, February, and March, and they fit very, very well. Thank you very much. There you go. Okay, so the next one we have is Taurus. And we are at 522. All right, let's get the shuffle up here. Taurus double. You know, when I look up at the moon on a night like this, I forgot to turn my calendar over from somebody that sent that to me. I got to do that now. Hold on. I forgot to turn them over on New Year's. Yeah. I don't know what I was saying, but we're doing Taurus. What's going on for Taurus for the first 3 months of 2020? January, February, March, please. Bring forth enlightenment, direction, guidance, answers to questions, fulfillment, abundance, honesty, purity, integrity. This is for Taurus the Bull. God, we've already been 1 hour already. Whew. I may not be able to do any readings tonight. I'm being unrealistic. By the time this gets uploaded, or I could upload it overnight. Yeah, I could do that too. Maybe that's what I'll do. That way I can get my mini readings in. Once they're done, then I can put that to upload, and everybody will have it by tomorrow, which is going to be the 10th. Okay, Taurus the Bull. Hard-working Taurians. Usually honest Taurians. Dependable, strong. Tough as nails when they have to be. I'm going to cut right here, Taurus. Oh my God, look what we got. Wow, what did I say? Strong and all. Look. I'm not replacing it. This is meant for you, Taurus. This is a great card. Oh my gosh. Oh my goodness. Holy moly. No way. Hello, you heard me say Taurus, right? Oh my God. Okay, I'm sorry, but no, I can't do that. I do have to reshuffle. I do. I did something wrong. I don't know what I did for them. Those 3 cards come back up again. There's nothing sticking. There's no humidity. It's really low. Whoops. This is for Taurus now. Come on. This is for Taurus. Don't mess around with me here. That was embarrassing. Embarrassing. Oof, it's getting warm in here. Temperature must be rising. I'm going to turn my heat off here beside me. Had my dog out. I was out in the yard with the dog just before I come in and turn the camera on. She's chilly. Going down to -16 tonight. That's okay. It's been colder. I don't find it that bad, really. It's always the wind that kind of, makes everything much colder. This is for Taurus the Bull. All right, let's try this again. Taurus the Bull. That's a little better. Okay, oh my gosh, am I ever glad. Wow. I'm not going to tell you what 2 and 3 is. We'll start with this one. High Priest. He's all about wisdom. He's all about lessons. He's the teacher card of tarot. He stands in the portal between the world of man, terra firma, and there's different names for it, but the other side, the other dimension, the esoteric, the universe, spirit. He knows both worlds very, very, very well. And for those of you that are about to go through something or changes, about to experience something, this will be something you haven't done yet, haven't gone through yet. He's reaching out his hand to you. You see that? He's offering you all the wisdom in the world and guidance, support. Universe is going to be there walking with you through whatever it is that you go through, good, the bad, the ugly. It doesn't matter what it is. He normally, as a rule, represents Orthodox religion, marriages, marriage ceremonies, this kind of a thing. We have, where are we at? He's, he brings you gifts of leadership and wisdom. Some of you in this new year, 2020, could be considering return to education. Could be an option for some of you right now. He predicts a unity as well in 2 ways. One is in your mind, your body, your soul, so that you feel connected to your intuition and close to your guides. Secondly, he represents the unity of 2 people as they come together as one, normally representing engagement, marriages, this sort of a thing. Another meaning of the card is convention and tradition. Old school. That's where your integrity comes in. Old school. Doing things the old way. Doing things that are traditional to you, your life, your family. But if this doesn't hit home for you, you could end up feeling restricted by another's traditional beliefs. The advice is to listen to your inner wisdom, which will guide you toward a new educational path, belief, or a teacher. And the key words are education, traditional beliefs, ceremonies, unity, marriage, value, authority. Somebody setting a wedding date. Something along those lines, very important, that you're going to be doing. This is the year. This is you're saying this is it, kind of a thing. I'm going to pause here for just one moment. I'm back. A stupid video. It's supposed to just continue on where I left off, and it shut it off, so I'm going to have video in pieces. You won't notice the difference, though. What I'm getting from your cards here, Taurus, making a lifetime commitment. This is marriage for somebody. Going that extra mile, taking that extra step was what we're kind of looking at here. Because he's all about following a traditional path. Somebody wanting to go that way. Why? Because this is the way we've always done it. That's what I'm hearing. This is what's to be expected. I'm to expect this, to go down this path, to follow in others' shoes within the family, to do as my mother did, my grandmother, my great-grandmother, and so on. Or it could be on the other side of that. It could be you that's like kind of hanging loose and got the hippie attitude and we'll just shock up together. And the other person saying, I can't do that. I've got to do what my family expects from me. That would be shame to be brought to my family. It would bring shame to them for me to just shuck up with somebody. We have to go through the traditional loops of engagement, proper time, wedding, properly done, the whole bit. We need to go by the book. And maybe you're not all that cool with it. You could be the one on the other side of that, but he represents ceremonies and tradition and values and family. Also with him, the advice is for you to listen to your own inner wisdom, because that's what's going to guide you toward a new belief or a new teacher or even a new educational path, because he is the teacher card of tarot. Some of you may be looking at going back, maybe trade school of some kind or college courses to deepen your experience and your skills, or maybe take on something new. Because your keywords are education, traditional beliefs, ceremonies, unity, marriage, values, and authority. Those are keywords for sure. You listen to them, you heed them. Education, so you're looking to better yourself. Traditional beliefs, that is a show of respect. Ceremonies, yes, ceremonies are called for, another way of traditional beliefs. Then there's the unity of two people, followed by marriage, while respecting values and respecting authority. And the limits that can sometimes come with that. Restrictions, self-restrictions. And this is destined to happen, because what I got following that, and I never showed you guys yet, but you got some great cards. You got one of the best in the deck, Taurus. You deserve it. We're looking at love. We're looking at new beginnings here. That's what a part of the High Priest is brand new beginnings in education, love, marriage, your status, your marital status in life is changing. It's growing. It's becoming something else. It's a good thing, right? When you've got the Ace of Cups, it's all about love, baby. All about love. I'm just looking. I'm looking here at this gorgeous dolphin, and a look of, oh yeah, oh yeah. That's what the look is. Very happy with himself or the situation, kind of a thing, right? Everything coming together. There's new beginnings and relationships in a lot of different areas of your life. We're looking at new beginnings here in the best of ways. I just love this card. Even just the artwork is something beautiful to behold. There's so much positivity in this card. This is also a card of intense emotions and feeling overwhelmed. You don't need to feel that way, though. It's not in a bad way. But when this ace comes into your reading, Taurus, it's bringing you your heart's desire, because you're going to be finding fulfillment through maybe artistic pursuits or in a brand new relationship. Or this could be a new rehaul on a past relationship. As far as projects and business and things like this go, some of you may create what you will refer to as, it's your baby. You know, your baby. I know it's two hands. I only got two hands. They're busy. This could be a project. It could be a new business. It could be writing a book. It could be, I'm hearing, illustrating for a book illustration for somebody, planting a garden or planning for your garden come spring. Some of you could be decorating your home, renovating, spiffing things up. This card, for those of you that could be younger, could reveal pregnancy and motherhood, followed by joy here. The ace, while being a very positive card, can also bring emotions that will feel overwhelming, but they're good emotions. If it's being moved to tears, feeling so happy in the moment you couldn't hold back, you break down, you cry. You're releasing all them endorphins out into the universe. Universe sits up, takes notice, and smiles. It shows you're in touch. with the beauty of life, the joy of life. And they like that it's moved you that way because they know this is something that counts with somebody. This is a real happening within somebody's life. This is a realization. This is an awakening. This is like a rebirth, new beginning. The advice of the card, you just open your heart and you trust the universe with every being of who you are and don't hold back. Have the innocence of a child. That's okay. You need not be overwhelmed by emotion, but just be open to what's coming to you. Don't get in your own way. Leave yourself up to what the universe has planned. Keywords are beginnings and passion. There could be pregnancy for some, or it could be the birth of a new child coming into the family. There's creativity. This is a card of color in your life like no other. Creativity, fulfillment, overflow of emotions, intensity. Really, really intense. Leave yourself open to anything during 2020. That card's going to carry you through the rest of the year. And anything that's going on for you as well is, it's all meant to happen. It's all meant to happen, Taurus. It's the way it's supposed to go down. You got the card of destiny here. All right? You got the card of destiny. It's just a beautiful, beautiful card. The Wheel of Fortune. How fantastic is that for you guys? Taurus, you deserve it. You really, really do. Taurus is always trying to do things the right way, the proper way. Never mind about the quick way, the short way, the easy way. Show me the way and I'll embrace it and do it that way. And keep my integrity up front and center. And I'll do it right the first time. And if I can't seem to get it right, I'm not going to give up. I'm going to keep going until I get it right. I will never, ever, ever give up. Ever. It's not even a thought or a possibility in your head. You keep plugging away, plugging. Will you get tired? Some of you will. Will you feel like saying, maybe I need to be hit in the head? I'm not getting it. Maybe I'm not hearing it. Believe you me, if something wasn't meant for you to acquire, meant for you to accomplish or to have, the universe is only going to sit back and watch you fumble so many times. The universe knows. And they'll send a message loud and clear that you're to keep going or this isn't for you. Try something different. Try something new. You will know. But as long as that drive is in there, you're not meant to turn away from it yet. As long as the hunger, the passion, and the want to is there to make something work or to create or to bring something together. As long as the burn and the desire is there, you keep going. When that starts to peter off somewheres, it starts to be more laid down than it is up and full of energy. Then it's time to stop and review. And maybe this isn't. But you know what? Even if you do discover, wow, I went through all of that and it wasn't even meant for me, it's not a waste of time. None of it is. Because you've got the Wheel of Fortune, this is all part of your story. It's all part of it. And it's a wonderful thing and a wondrous thing. It truly, truly is. When the Wheel of Fortune, and you're so fortunate to have this, when it comes up in your reading, all aspects of your life now are going to be boosted with this wheel as you move forward and you allow fate to take you into your destined life direction. The card also shows that you will be feeling generally optimistic and you'll be able to make the most of your luck. You'll be turning unexpected opportunities here into some great decisions. And that's going to change everything for you for the better. Another meaning of the card is clairvoyance. So you need to pay attention to your gifts. Your intuition is going to be heightened. Or the person, you're going to be developing spiritually. Your spirituality, your intuition, all of that in-touch stuff with the universe, relationship, the whole bit, it's all becoming closer to you, more apparent to you, more open, more easily accessed, and you're seeing it easier now. Not like before where you had to search, you had to spend time and concentrate and try to make that connection. It's going to come a lot easier. You've got this. taking care of you. You could find yourself seeing the beauty of the universe for the first time and you thought you did before. For some of you, not so. This is going to be the beginning of enlightenment for you. Very empowering as well. The wheel is not so much a doing kind of card about doing things. It's just as much, if not more, a card about receiving. Enjoy and appreciate the good fortune that comes to you now. And your only requirement is to go with the flow and not get all jiggy with it. Keep your feet on the ground, right? And become aware. Listen. Let your intuition speak to you. That's your umbilical cord to the universe. And when you start getting the nudges and you're hearing and you're listening, the universe is communicating with you and doing its best to guide you along, to give you little prompts and nudges in the right direction. Your keywords for this beautiful card are fate. Listen to these words, okay, Taurus? Fate. Luck. The unexpected. There's movement. There's going to be change. There will be crossroads. But clairvoyance is running high. Talk about flying by the seat of your pants. It's okay. Because you're going to be equipped with a safety helmet and a safety belt and the vest. There you go. All right, Taurus. So the next one we're looking at here is Gemini. And that's at, okay, because I took a break there, right? 5:55. Look at that, 3 5s. Holy Lord. There better not be no 5s come up in your reading. That's all I can say for you, Gemini. Dear Lord. Alrighty. This is for Gemini for the first 3 months of January of the year 2020, which is now. That moon's going to be high tonight. What a beauty you are. What does Gemini need to know? What needs to be pointed out to them? Do you know what I heard? Uh-oh. It's funny. It's just like, just bring forward what I hear. Somebody being anal and arrogant. Which Gemini is that now? Won't listen. Doesn't want to listen. This attitude, oh, I don't know that, I know that. The comeback is, if you knew that, then why? Say, no, you didn't know that. You need to leave yourself open to new experiences, especially new lessons, Gemini. That's coming through for you already. All right? You need to be more flexible, more open, open-minded, not so quick to judge or draw conclusions. Don't do that. There's some lessons here coming up for you. I can pretty much tell you that right now. There's lessons that are coming up for you. Gemini, January, February, and March 2020. What can Gemini expect? What do they need to know? I knew there was going to be a 5 here. I knew it. I knew it. It's the last one. That's okay, though. The first card that came up that I pulled for you, 6 of Cups, reflection. 6s aren't bad. They're good. And reflection is a good thing. It's always a good thing. It's not a time waster. It shows somebody very wise. Not in that much of a hurry where they would trip and fall. Not in that much of a hurry where they would mess things up. Not in that much of a hurry to forge forward without having everything that they need. Only going with half a load. Do you know what I'm saying? 6s are all about balance. I heard the word collection. I don't know why. A collection of things for the personality, maybe. A collection of changes. Embracing a new collection, making your life fuller and richer. Think before you speak. Think before you make a move or any decisions here. Well, that's what's come through for you there. Let me get into the book and we'll see generically what's going on. So when this card comes up for you, the Six of Cups, the past comes back to life. As somebody from your past is going to return. Remember, general reading may not apply or resonate with a lot of you, but there it is. This person, the past coming back, this could be an old friend or even an old flame for some of you. Equally, you may find other ways to slip back into the safe haven of your former years, to reminiscing over old times, enjoying the company of children, creativity and play. There's a lot of freedom, lightness. There's a lot of color going on here in your life. You could be returning to a favorite childhood place as well. That brings back a lot of reflections from the past. In relationships, you find a sense of peace, a sense of security, and a sense of comfort. You got all that. What more do you want? What more do you desire, right? The advice here is enjoy connecting with the happier aspects of your past. These things are going to energize, entertain, and inspire you for the future. Keywords are friendship and visitors, happiness, comfort, childhood memories, protection, and play. Itchy, 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 itchy. You know, I just heard for you. And this applying with this card, the Six of Cups, and reflection. And your reflection could lead to a moment of clarity, and you say, oh my gosh, as far as I've come, as old as I am, for where I am in my life. This is what I heard. The more things change, it seems the more they stay the same. That's going to bring you a sense of fulfillment, a sense of certainty, a sense of security, a knowing, trust, that it's a good thing. That the more things may change around you, some things are never going to change. That's what brings you, where you find yourself grounded, and you look back over the happier aspects of your life, those times, the eras, wherever it is that those memories lead you to. And we do tend to idealize our memories sometimes. I'm hearing that for somebody. That, yes, there was a lot of good times, but for some people, they block out the negative aspects of anything from back then. And that's not always a good thing, because there's lessons learned there. And if you're ignoring those challenging aspects, we'll say, it means you're not taking the lessons and you haven't learned anything. You don't want to do that. You don't want to walk down that road. You don't want to relive anything. So you look back into your past. It is bringing you a sense of settlement, a sense of peace and joy. And it gives you, it instills in you a belief of, it all depends on me and how I view it. It's all personal perspective. And I can have that. That part of my life will never change, and I take joy and comfort in that. Yes, for somebody, it could be an old friend or an old flame returning from a certain time, and it'll be a good thing that they do. It won't be something negative for you. Somebody to connect with, to click. You're feeling like, I've got roots. Damn, I never realized that before, but I got roots, you know, in my life. This is my life. That was my life that led to this life. And it's a good thing. And I see the goodness in life now. This is an awakening almost. And you end up coming out at the end of that card appreciating all the little things that have brought you to where you are. That includes some people, yes. But there's a feeling of completion, contentment, connection, promise, faith, belief that comes along with this card for you. This is a beautiful thing. Feeling like, in knowing, looking back over your past to where you are now, and knowing that you're in the right place at the right time, and everything has led to this moment, which makes the future look Amazing. The possibilities of the future, especially your relationships. They're the things that matter the most, is your relationships with the people in your life and the new people that are still due to come in. You're not done collecting people yet. Far from it. And with that, there are experiences to be lived through. And it's a gorgeous thing. It really is. It's a nice card. It just shows an awakening and a realization. All of a sudden, your life becomes more important to you and more precious, way more precious than it ever was before. Your second card that I pulled for you is the Queen of Wands. I've had her earlier, and I like her, and I'm glad she's in your reading too. She's all about passion, Gemini. Gemini, Gemini, Gemini. We got to remember, it is Gemini we're talking about here. And I'm not fixated on this. I just know, like, from my people that I know, they're not all. You can't put them all under one umbrella. Yes, there's traits. Passion isn't normally one of them for Gemini, and I say that because of a lot of Geminis have this black and white view of everything in life. It's either black or it's white. There's no gray, no shades of gray. There's no color. It's black or it's white. They don't like little unexpected pops of color in their life. They want things, for not all of you, but a lot of Geminis, they don't want big, fantastic changes in their life. And they get into a place of comfort. They're going through things, experiencing things, and then they come to a place of comfort where they can relax and let their guard down because they know what's coming tomorrow. Everything becomes predictable. And for some of you Geminis, you need to add a little color into your life, whether it makes you comfortable or uncomfortable. The universe doesn't give a damn. It's saying, come on, open those doors, kick those doors open, raise the windows, pull the curtains, and let some life come into your living. Let some color come in. Become passionate. It's okay to become excitable. It's okay to become demonstrative. It's okay to become animated. You don't always have to have your shit together, Gemini, or appear like that to other people, that you're the strong, serious, grown-up type. We're all grown-ups here now. We should act that way. You don't always have to be that way. There's a message coming there. You're being encouraged by the universe, by spirit, to allow more color, more vibrancy, more energy into your life. She's a fantastic card, I can tell you that. We'll get the generic pull on her. Again, she thrives in company. And this is the energy coming to you. It shows you thriving in the company of others. Working with them, socializing with them, related to them. But there's more color coming into your life. As is passion. Because this card is saying things are going to change up a bit, whether you're comfortable with it or ready or not. You're going to find yourself thriving in the company of others. Passion is going to be coming forward. You're going to become more talkative and more dynamic. This energy will lead you through and lead you through your work, your beliefs. You're going to be feeling inspired. And you want to see other people fill their potential as well. You don't want to see people wasting their talents. That part of Gemini is very, very strict and certain. They don't take very well to people wasting their talents or wasting their time. Not Gemini's time, but they're people holding themselves up, being their own worst enemy. Gemini has zero tolerance for that kind of a thing. So if you can inspire other people to continue to move and continue to grow color, to continue to pop in the world, and that sounds weird to say that for Gemini, because there a lot of times aren't about those things, but there's a change coming up. 2020 is full of surprises. You'll be speaking more from the heart when it comes to relationships as well. Communication is very vital to this sign, to this card, to this queen. And if communications are lagged or broken or blocked, You'll find it very, very frustrating dealing with people that aren't taking things as seriously as you are. If you're identifying with this card, the Queen is showing it's now time to honor your own special talents. That way you'll be more of a benefit as well to the other people in your life. You can lead by example that way. Been there, done it, got the t-shirt. I know how to do this. Follow me, watch me. The advice of this card, follow your intuition to make your best decisions in relationships, in work, and in projects. It's time for you to get more in touch with your intuitive side. Any Gemini hearing this is for everybody. Keywords are enthusiasm and leadership, creativity, intuition, relationships, strength, and integrity. And 9.9 out of 10. Gemini's integrity is everything, is doing everything the right way. They're like scientists in a way. They everything is done by formula, surefire formulas that's been tried to tested without question. And the word anal coming up, because sometimes Gemini gets real anal about some certain areas of life that they won't budge on, they won't change on. They don't like being confused. They don't like being lost. They need to be a part of the show on the road. Do you know what I'm saying? They need to know where they are and where they're going at all times. Why am I here? Why do I want to be here? Okay, so here I am. Now what do I do? Now it's time to follow through. Where do I begin? Talk to the universe. Ask to be led. Ask to be directed. All right? Integrity. Always doing everything the right way. Now, having said that, we do have a 5 here. 5 of Swords and conflict. But conflict isn't always a bad thing. What I'm hearing, not a whole lot, but just a little touch of the, well, I kind of had to go through that to get to there. Just a little bit. Not life transforming or turning your life upside down, but just a little bit. Usually when the 5s come up like this in tarot, there's nothing good's going to really normally bode by the 5s. They bring a disruption or dissatisfaction, kind of a thing. Oh my, I don't like the 5s. I really don't care for the 5s at all. And the 5 is my life path number. The day came a long time ago and I realized that, and I read up on it, researched it. Boy, oh boy, did everything make sense in my life then. Really made, I said, it felt good to read about what the 5 life path number was about. For me, it was confirmation that I have a right to have the feelings that I do, to have the thoughts that I do, that I wasn't alone. There would be other people probably like me that could relate. I didn't feel like any of the negativity in my life that I brought it on myself. I didn't feel like that wasn't my, I felt like, okay, it wasn't my fault. I was right, kind of a thing. When this 5 comes up here, Gemini, for you, it's an argument or other conflict is going to leave you feeling battle-worn and feeling kind of small, too. Not good. This could be because somebody that you trusted has been cruel, unkind, or even devious, wounding your friendship, business relationship, or romance, and it all come out of jealousy or need of power. This card also reveals communication problems in families, hurtful opposition, or being unfairly overruled and ignored. On a more positive note, the situation is now out in the open. Stand your ground. You don't need to respond aggressively, but you do need to be assertive rather than retreat. And the keywords here are opposition and arguments, the shame and bullying, unfairness, loss, and resilience. And I'm feeling that's not really applicable to most Geminis in this reading. What I'm hearing with the conflict for somebody out there, Gemini, is you're being forced out of your comfort zone by somebody else or others or situations that are driving you there. You can't sit in this zone of safety forever, because if you do, then there's no growth. There's no development. There's no progress. Sure, you work to where you are. So you get there. Now what? What was your plans after that? Don't tell me your plans stop once you reach a certain place where you want it to be. Because life still goes on. You're still breathing. You still have a heartbeat. You still need a purpose, and you need motivation, and you need reason to continue to move forward, to grow. Hooray and congratulations for you if you accomplish something. But you don't stop there, and you need to know that. You need to follow through. Especially Gemini, if there's other people that are involved here, their feelings, their life. It can't all be about you all of the time in your feelings and where you are. You've got to, if you want other people in your life, you have to make room for other people in your life. And that is your reading. There you go, Gemini. There you go. Interesting. Very interesting reading. Very interesting. I'd almost like to sit and re-listen to that one again. So that's Gemini. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Guess who's up next? Where'd my pen go? I had a pen. Where's my pen? How do we do that? How do we have something, and there it is, in front of us, and then have it disappeared? Cancer. Cancer the crab. That be me. I get crabby and I get moody. I do. I don't want to. It's something I'd like to work on myself with. We're at 6:15. There. All right, Cancer. But my patience, I've got less patience now that I'm older than when I had the, look, I had the patience of Job for the bulk of my life. Very, very, very strong. Patient person, can wait forever if I have to, no matter what it is. But now I get real impatient with things like, oh, something stupid. Not stupid in the moment, but let's say I spent 6 hours doing housework, and let's say somebody came in and they made a mess. Like an unneeded mess. There was no need of leaving a mess behind. That kind of crap makes me want to blow my top. I hate housework. I do. I could think of a million other things as a Cancer that I'd rather be doing than scrubbing and cleaning and dusting and polishing. I just, to me, that's a waste of life. It's a waste of time. Although I'll tell you this, I don't like a dirty house either. I don't like disorganization. I'm happier. Like, you know what? I'm having a bad day and I've got to do housework. You know, you get to that point, it's like I got to do laundry. I have to. All these things. And to haul my ass out of that funk that I'm feeling, and I'm fighting and I just don't want to. I can think of so many other things I'd rather do right now. Try to put some music on, crank her up nice and loud. Once I break a sweat, I get angry. I hate sweating. Hate it. It irritates me. It frustrates me. When I break that sweat, and that's when I start getting ugly, and I just attack everything. You know, I've been told you want to leave the enamel on the kitchen table there because I'd be cleaning it, wash the table up, and putting that elbow grease into, you know, this sort of a thing. Hating every minute, you know, washing floors and, oh my God, and little thing, and then I find the more of an attitude you get like that, that's kind of nasty, then shit starts happening because of your attitude, right? I know that. Doesn't make a difference though. But all of a sudden, you'll have to clean something not once but 3 times for whatever reason. You put things up a certain way, something's knocked something over, and you go back 3, 4 times, and it won't sit up, it won't stay up, it won't, oh, my blood. I have no patience for stuff like that anymore. I don't have patience for people like I used to, which is kind of, that's a big opening there for me. Because well, Cancers, we are one of 2 things at any given time. We are very warm. Oh my God. Trying to get 2 words out at once, eh? We're very warm and very welcoming. Mother Earth is a Cancer. We like people to feel welcome and embraced and safe. We have that side. But then we have another side to us too. It's like, leave me the hell alone. Get away from me. Don't talk to me. People say things to me sometimes, like, you know, through the channel or emails or messages. or even out in the open in public, people say, and I know that they don't realize what they're saying, but I'm going, are you for real? Somebody said something the other night, and I didn't click like, I didn't respond to it, nothing. I thought, what the hell? Are you for real? Do you hear what you're saying? And I wanted to explode. And my son Tom was here. Is it just me or what? I said, listen to this. This what this person said. And he listened and he went, really? I'm like, yeah. How am I supposed to respond to that? I said, I want to flip right out on you. It's what I want to do. And ask them out. They took a stupid pill today or what? Tommy said, we were laughing about it later. But Tommy said, Mom, you don't know that person. You don't know anything about that person. They know more about you than you know about them. And they could be somebody that's just very slow, you know, mentally, right? And I went, really? Like, really? You know? He goes, Mom, can you imagine? Don't be mean to that person. Don't say anything, because if you get angry, you'll be mean. And what if the person turns out to be slow? You've just been really, really mean to somebody that you can't even hold responsible. How bad would you? And I'm like, F off out of here. Jeez, I'm sorry I even told you. He's right. There's a lot of possibilities there, but hey, the way things could go. But some people, I'm like, are you that self-centered because you said this to me that you think I'm going to do this or that? Are you that self-centered? Really? Are you? I'm still like, my mind is like, how could you say something like that out loud? You can say it internally, but you put it right out there, and I'm just like, what? What? And I know a lot of people waiting for me to respond to that, because nobody clicked anything on that statement. Like, it just got right, like it got quiet. There were all these comments, and then we went, boom, quiet. Everybody holding their breath going, oh, Jesus. I think majority of people seen it knew, oh my God, she's going to flip, right? Natalie's going to get mad. Oh my God. They're just waiting for the drama, you know. And I wanted to, but I held back, but it's still eating at me. See, I'm like that. I'm a type of person. As a Cancer, and this is for Cancer. As a Cancer, I'm an extremely expressive person. And you know what? Growing up, I wasn't allowed to be that way. If you didn't know me and you just met me as a kid or a young, you know, girl, you'd think I was an indigenous person. My voice was always like this. There was no inflection in my voice. I always talked at one level because I wasn't allowed to be expressive. I wasn't allowed at all. I'd be humiliated for it over and over again. I never responded. I never smiled. I didn't get angry. I didn't cry. I didn't do it. I was just there. I hit about 18, 19. And I noticed everybody, all my friends, all the people I knew, you know, people I hung with, and they were all loud and squealy and giggly, and I wasn't like that. And I went, there's something wrong with this picture. How come everybody else gets to be that way? I'm going to start being more myself. I'm going to be expressive. I don't want to be seen with black and white. Somebody just fades into the gray background. It's never, you know what I mean? Looked at, listened to. So I started being more me. And then this one, I'm going to say it, she was a little bitch is what she was. I was becoming more outgoing, more interactive and happier. And I smiled a lot. At this point, I was smiling. People say, you're always so happy. You are always smiling. And she was. There was a bunch of us, and we were just kind of hanging out. And I was having a great time. And this girl more or less tried to do what somebody else had done to me growing up. Tried to humiliate me and embarrass me in front of everybody because I was laughing too much. And you know what? I lost it. I didn't completely lose control. But I said, really? Well, you were just doing this, this, and that like you always do. I'm not trying to steal your floor here or your attention. I'm not holding back for you. I told her, if I want to laugh, I'm going to laugh. I want to get mad, I'm going to get mad. It's be a damn cold day in hell or somebody like you ever again tells me how they think that I should be. And I've been extremely expressive, and I make no apologies for it anymore. The more protected, laid-back people that haven't really been out in the world. I've been on my own since I was 16. So what do you think of that? What do you think I've been? Right? I've been around life a few times, right? And I never, ever, I never put my own integrity at cost. And you know why? Because I went by this. Prove them all wrong. Prove them wrong. Oh, she's 16 on her own. I didn't choose that. I was abandoned, basically. And I said, because I'm 16, I know the way people think. And we're talking back here, early 70s, right? 70, 71, 72. And I thought, I'm going to prove them all wrong. And this little 16-year-old girl that lived in a little room, in a rooming house all by herself, held down a part-time job enough to keep the room around me so that I wasn't on the streets, enough to feed me. If I wasn't at work, if I wasn't at home, I was in church. And that's how I proved them all wrong. Look at that. Look what came out. I told you he was going to pop out. Tonight he was going to come up. He's my #1 guy. Should never tell people what you think. The way you think they should talk. What they should laugh at. What they shouldn't laugh at. If they're good people, leave them the hell alone. Why stifle somebody like that, you know? This is for Cancer for January, February, and March. Sorry I went on about that, but hey, maybe that was meant for somebody else out there. For January, February, March, for the sign of Cancer, the crab, for the year 2020, for this year of 2020. What's coming at Cancer? What's coming up for Cancer? What messages do they need to hear? What heads up do they need to know about? What can they anticipate? What's coming their way? What are the next 3 months going to be like for Cancer, the crab? I'm cutting right here. All right. Hold on. Let me do that again. Look. I just made a mess. Hold on. One more. So we get back where I started from. I dropped like, I don't know, 2 or 3 different piles there. So I want a clean cut. There's the cut. There we go. All right. First card. We've got the Queen of the Ocean. She's all about abundance. It almost tears me. It is tearing me up. Abundance, Cancer. It is tearing me up. I appreciate good things in my life when they come at 100%. What a gorgeous card. Okay. Wow, Cancer. The Queen of the Ocean. She has an incredibly beautiful energy about her. Dues are paid. She's acknowledging, Cancer. For some of you, your dues have been paid. Now's the time for you to reap some rewards. Now's the time for you to, even if you weren't expecting it, it'll be a bonus for you. Good things that are coming your way here. She's the mother card of tarot. How appropriate, really. Where Cancer's the mother of Mother Earth. She is a Cancer. We've got the Queen of the Ocean, and she's the mother card of the ocean, of tarot. She brings in happiness and abundance. She predicts contentment, a loving partner, family and comfort. She's here to reassure you, Cancer, that your needs will be taken care of. If you've suffered financial setbacks recently, your money will flow again. I'm sorry. I don't know. Every now and again this happens. I get caught up. So it's not always my sign either. Just a moment. Sometimes I get like that with other signs, that it's a beautiful card that comes forward. Nobody plans to cry in public. Believe you me. I don't have any shame left after all these years on YouTube. I have no shame. Oh, I'm sorry. A little overwhelmed by the goodness of it all. She brings happiness and abundance. She predicts contentment, a loving partner, family, and comfort, and reassures you that your needs will be taken care of. If you've suffered any financial setbacks recently, money will flow again. Old feuds will be forgotten, and harmony will rule within your home. Additional meaning is spiritual growth. Oh, yes, I love that. Emotional stability. Creativity. That's beautiful. The Queen also favors fertility for those that are young, pregnancy, children being born within the family, new life. As a person, she is a female partner, mother, or mother figure. I can't even see. The advice is time to grow, and it's time to evolve, Cancer. Enjoy and invest time in your relationships. Invest time into your home and your spiritual practice and any new creative projects that you may come up with. Keywords are growth and nurturing, home, love, fertility, comfort, and generosity. A new beginning here, Cancer. And some beginnings that aren't so new, but you've been waiting forever to start, to see the change. There'll be another light, a brighter light growing within you too, Cancer. There'll be healing, self-nurturing, and the nurturing of others, and love, and a lot of wisdom being brought to you as well, the birth of wisdom within yourself, learning your lessons with humility, with grace. No one ever died from being humbled or sensing humility. And don't mean humility is in the way of humiliating somebody, but feeling your own humility, feeling, how did I get this lucky? Am I really that worthy of all this wonder, this beauty, this abundance, of all your needs being taken care of? Somebody the other day, yesterday, somebody in the city, because I live in the way out the rural, had won $500,000 in the lottery, and I put it on Facebook. Someone had won, and I said maybe it was my son. I've got 3 sons, but I knew one of them had tickets for that draw. And an old friend from the younger days, she had asked me. Her name is Tammy, and she'd said to me, "What would you do if you won? What would you do?" And I answered crazy things like, what did I say? Make sure all the bills are paid. To, first thing I do need, it's not a want, I need a vehicle. I live rural. I gotta depend on everybody and bother people. I hate that. But that would be the first thing, would be a vehicle, because I have to have it. I would eat healthier because I'd have the money to eat healthier and be more conscious about that, and a vehicle to go get the food, because the way I shop, I go to town maybe once, maybe twice a month. If I run out of lettuce, or if I run out of vegetables, or I run out of anything like that, it's a real challenge to try to get out and get that. Whereas if I had a vehicle and I had my own momentum, if I ran out of salad foods, whatever, then I could just get my car and go get it. Do you know what I'm saying? But this way, I just forget it. You know, don't have any fruit, don't have any, you know what I'm saying? All this stuff, right? There's independence there, so that's important to me. So that's a need, not a want. And then I said I'd like to buy some new clothes instead of secondhand stuff that's already been on somebody else's ass. I want new stuff off the rack, not designer, but just normal, right? Um, and I need shoes, I said. I need a pair of shoes. And I said, and I think I would have some fun, but I lead a very small life, and I would continue to lead a small life. I said to her, I would be the most unassuming millionaire if I became a millionaire. You wouldn't know I was by, by looking at me, right? I don't want a big, large life. I like my small life. I like where I live. I like my little cottage that's worn out like an old, well-worn rubber boot, very well broken in, needs work and all that. I love the land that I'm on. I was called to be here. I would continue to be here. And I want to help other people as well. I know what it's like to be in need. I said I have many needs and a few wants, but the needs would be felt. The wants would come as they do. But keeping things in perspective. In which way do you want to see yourself abundant? That this abundance can cover all ways or just certain ways. Abundant in work, abundant in money, abundant in health. Anybody that's been through an illness or sickness knows health is everything. Before anything else, it's your health. Okay, Cancer? But it's time for a growth spurt for most of you Cancers out there. It is time for a growth spurt. More color coming into your life as well because of the creativity that you're bringing into your life. And yes, being very generous of spirit with other people as well. Second card, Cancer. A nice one. 2 Pentacles and options. I say this a lot with this card. And that is, a lot of people say you've got choices. You actually got options. 2 or 3 options on whatever it is. Aren't you lucky? It must be nice. Boys, when I went through something like that, I had no option. I had one way to go. And it was go that way or go the hard way, which meant not going at all. And some people, it depends on your perspective. Very subjective, as they say, on if you think options are a good thing or not. And some people don't like them. They go, I hate this. I've got like 2 or 3 choices here, which ways I could go. And I'm afraid to make a choice. What if it's the wrong choice? What if I pick the wrong direction the wrong way? What do I do? Then what? Here's what you have to remember. These choices, these options are not about the right choice or the wrong one. It's about what's going to fit you best and serve your purpose and fulfill you and lead you to a place that you're supposed to go. So options can be good or they can be restricting. They grip some people with fear. We got Pentacles here as well, which is all about creativity. I'm sensing new beginnings in something here for somebody as well. Oh. The 2 is showing a decision is underway for somebody here. You've got a choice you have to make during January, February, or March. You're considering your options, and you're actually playing out and rehearsing all the possible outcomes rather than picking and taking any action in the immediate response kind of thing. You're thinking things through. The choice may concern jobs, places to study, potential homes, or where to travel. In personal finances, there are demands on your resources. You may, for some of you, find yourself juggling your financial books, expenditures, in order to balance the books. It's not for everybody. Remember, it's a general reading. Hi, baby. Hi, sweetheart. The advice of the card is to pay attention to the details of any financial agreements or any financial offers or offers of any kind. Pay attention to the details. They could be very important, make all the difference in the world. Look for long-term benefits rather than going for the short-term gain or the instant fixes. Instant fixes only fix things for an instant. You're right back where you started from or further behind. Take the path that's tried and true. Your intuition will sing an opera to you, which way to go and what to do. Always look at the long-term benefits, the big picture here. Keywords are choices and property, finances, balance, judgment, contracts. Detail, detail, detail. Very expensive. Keep your feet on the ground, Cancer. Remain realistic. Don't get negative. Don't get bitter. Don't get, what's the word I'm looking for? Pessimistic. Because the next card you have is La Lune. The Moon. Artistically, I love this card, but it represents illusion. It's a beautiful card. You see two seals or sea dogs and a crayfish or a lobster or crab, I don't know, but it's a shellfish. And they're checking out the full moon over the, we'll say over the bay. And the moonlight illuminates them, shoots its beam of light across the surface of the water. They take in the sky, and in the sky they see millions of beautiful stars against a black velvet sky. And then in front of that there's a curtain of the aurora borealis, northern lights, and in the middle of that is the full moon. This is all an illusion. If this were to be applied to real life, it's an illusion. When you have a full moon like that, you don't see stars, you don't see aurora borealis, you don't see a hell of a lot because the full moon washes out the sky. So while the idea of these things are mesmerizing and beautiful, and it's not wise to do that. Keep your feet on the ground. And don't swallow somebody else's opinion, somebody else's words, suggestions as gospel. You need to do your own background work, your own legwork, your own fact-finding. As a matter of fact, you're responsible. Don't lean on anybody else and their words. Deal with the reality of your life that needs to be dealt with, or you'll be dealing with it over and over and over again if you don't give it the attention it deserves. Respect your challenges, respect your problems, give them what they need in order to tend to them properly, or they will be repetitive, things that will keep playing over and over in your life, or like things that are, I've been through that, something like that, blah, blah, blah. This sort of a thing. Let me bring up the generic side of this card here for you. Yes, the moon. The moon watches you and questions what you see. Can you see beyond illusion when doubt and confusion threaten to overwhelm you? A situation or a relationship may seem appealing under the romantic light of the moon, but will it stand the test of time? Your intuition may be telling you that everything is not as it seems. And another meaning of this card is that hidden fears and old memories surface as you work through an emotional block. The advice: give yourself time to work out the best way forward. Your intuition holds the answers. Pay attention to its messages through feelings and dreams. At this time, and I normally would advise against this, but in this case, pay attention to your feelings and dreams rather than relying on a logical approach to a problem. Keywords: the unconscious, doubt, decisions, dilemmas, sadness, the past, and fear. And there's no point you getting your panties in a bunch over the last few things that have come up here. You're responsible at the end of the day for your own presence in the world. You're responsible for what it is that you put out to the world. You're responsible how you embrace or reject the world in general when it comes to you. It's your choice in the bigger picture. How you get from one part of your life into another. I believe that destiny is pre-written. And I also believe we have our own choices on how to get there and fulfill that, even if we're not aware that that's what we're doing. And the universe sometimes will say, if you go to the right, go up that road, you'll still gain your lessons and riches, but it'll be easier, a smoother transitions. And you say, I don't want to go that way. I just don't. I have my reasons. I'm going that way. And if you push it, the universe will say, hands off, let them go. Let them go. It doesn't matter, really. It's personal perspective. Which experience are you looking for? What lessons are you hoping to bring to yourself? And these are lessons that we embrace, that become part of who we are, part of our intelligence and our awareness, our consciousness. But in the end, we'll end up exactly where it was pre-written that we're supposed to be. The journey still matters. It still counts. But in the end, you will experience, you will grow, you will walk through what has already been pre-written, and you will arrive at the right destination at the right time. What a beautiful reading for you, Cancer. This is just gorgeous. Not that it made me bawl. There you go, Cancer. Okay, so the next one is Leo, the Lion. And the time we're looking at, that was a long reading from 6:15 to 6:45, a half an hour. Okay, Leo, 6:45 it is. All right, here we go. All right, Leo, the Lion. That's a halfway mark for me, too. Then I've got Virgo and Libra and Scorpio, Sagittarius, and did I forget somebody? Capricorn. Let me see now. Aquarius. What have you got? What you into, baby? Okay. Leo. Hello, sweetie. What are you doing, baby? What my baby doing? Kisses? Mwah. Thank you. That was so nice. Big, nice, wet, juicy kisses. Come on up if you want. I'll pull the chair back and I'll come up and make room. There you go. Come on up. Come on. Come on up. Come on up, sweetie. Leo, Leo, Leo. What's coming up for Leo for January, February, and March 2020? What is coming up for Leo the Lion? What is coming up for Leo the Lion? Oh, he'll be up later. Oh, my goodness. For Leo the Lion, looking for direction, enlightenment, guidance, direction, anticipation. No, that wasn't good enough. Do that again. Getting a good drink. I got him out twice today despite the cold. Took him out. What a good boy. He's just starting to pee like a boy now. He's learned that's his newest trick. Lift one leg. It's so cute because he's so little. He's good at it though. It's like he was born with it. All right, Leo. We're going to cut right here for you, Leo. and see what's going on for you guys. That's a good one. Oh, God. Leo. Oh, my good heavens. Jaw drop. Wow. Your very first card that I pulled for you, Leo, is the Fool. The only card that is numberless in tarot. And this is a card of major firsts, new beginnings, new starts. This is incredible for you. What a great card. Let me see the other two. Oh, yeah. You wait. Ah. It's good, and I didn't cry about it. That's good. The Fool. New beginnings. Sometimes traveling into uncharted waters. Breaking ground without not even starting something new without all the ammunition and all the tools that other people would require. Maybe you don't have them all. It's not going to stop you. You're still going to forge forward. Intuition is going to guide you. That's a nice card for you guys. That really is a nice card. Major Arcana. First card of tarot. Incredible. Incredible, incredible. You're on the brink of a brand new path in life, Leo. And a wonderful opportunity is awaiting you. Now is the time to follow your destiny, either in work or your relationships. Before you follow your heart's desire, pay attention to two things. Be practical and check that your dream is tangible and realistic. And listen to your intuition, which, like the dolphin, will safely guide you forward. Because if you look at it's all metaphors, you say he was diving into uncharted waters, but if the dolphin could do it, that meant it was probably safe for him to go as well. Okay? That's what's going on there. Listen up. Now is the time to follow your destiny, Leo. Keep the focus on your goals rather than be distracted by others' opinions or overwhelmed by them or their needs. You need to prioritize anything that's going to improve your life. Priority. This is your time to reinvent yourself. There's a bright future and a brand new territory, and it is exciting for you. It's walking on unknown grounds or someplace you've wanted to be. And now the opportunity has presented itself. The Fool can also show a physical journey over land or sea for some of you, Leo. The advice is real simple. Just look before you leap. Know what you're getting into. Know where you're going to land. Know what direction you want to go in. Know what tools that you have to put to the best use. If you like what you see, you go ahead and you dive right in. Your keywords are risk, innocence, departure, a new pathway, discovery, journeys, and starting over. This is fantastic for you, Leo. This is fantastic, fantastic. Can't say it enough. Commanding your own ship, you might say. Being the leader of your own destiny, having and playing a big part in that. And whatever it's going to be, it's a good thing. And whatever it is, you're going to be able to work out for the best outcome. Because the next card you have here is the 10 of Cups. It is the card of completion because it is a 10 in tarot. It's all about the ending of, completing, tying things up. But it's also known as the happily ever after card. Everything that you've been through, everywhere you've walked in life, every challenge that you've met and taken on, doesn't matter. It's all in the name of happiness, and it's all about your life. It is the happily ever after card. It's a summing up. It's the final number in tarot. It is the summing up the coming together, the completion, the solidification of all things. This is such a good thing. The ending here is the ending to certain struggles for you, which you're going to accept wholeheartedly, of course. So when this card comes up, the generic side of this card is love grows, and bonds are going to deepen in romance. Yet your social life and your family connections are going to grow and thrive. A lot more activity within the family unit. This could be immediate family, such as, your own family, your children, your spouse, but the family as a whole, for in-laws and grandparents becoming more involved, more in depth, more in tune, more of a strong connection and a bond there. Anything you do with others is going to be favored now at this time, from celebrations to team sports even. Any old disagreements are overcome in the spirit of togetherness. Lay down your arms. And I mean that by weapons, not your arms, right? Children will thrive, and your home is a hive of activity. Equally, you will enjoy prosperity and work success. Another meaning of this 10 is finding your dream home and having children for those that are planning, if that's your dream. The advice is you can feel blessed for the life that you have, as you're going to feel like celebrating that. And the key words: family, love, weddings, home, security, children, a celebration of living and a celebration of your life. You put that in your shirt pocket and you carry the whole energy of this card with you. You'll have nothing to fear. These two cards together, are you kidding me? I could go on and on and on about these two cards. Beautiful. And the third card slides right in there, real sneaky, unannounced. Surprise! You thought that was good? It gets even better. You got the Wheel of Fortune. Leo, this is incredible for you. This is beautiful for you. Just beautiful. Don't tell me I've been taking these timestamps the wrong way. I hope not. Oh my Lord. I'll have to test them. I'm looking at my notes here. Yeah, that's what I've been doing. Oh boy, that's going to be fun. Cleaning that mess up. I'll change them from here out though. There. Start right there. I can't believe the cards that you guys got. It's just beautiful. My goodness. Lucky, lucky people. I'd like to see everybody's readings come out this way, though. All positive. All aspects of your life are going to get a boost when this card comes in, the Wheel, as you move forward and you allow fate to take you into your destined life direction. The card also shows you will be feeling generally optimistic and able to make the most of your luck, turning unexpected opportunities into really great decisions that change everything for the better. Additional meaning of the card is clairvoyance, so that your intuition is going to be heightened. Or the person that we're reading for here, you're going to be developing spiritually. A lot more connections, a lot more growth in that area. The advice of the card, the Wheel, is not so much a doing card as it is a receiving card. So enjoy and appreciate the good fortune that comes to you now and go with the flow. Leave yourself open to universal possibilities and destiny taking a part and playing itself out. Allow yourself to be led. Keywords are fate and luck, the unexpected, movement, change, crossroads, clairvoyance. Focus on those key words. I couldn't have asked for better. These are beautiful. They're all beautiful. And they all mean something to most. Enjoy January, February, and March, Leo. And the next one is Virgo. Okay, Virgo. Boom, boom, boom. Yes, 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 yes. I just pulled 6 times, trying to get the next card to flip, and this is the one that kept. He wants to come up some bad for somebody, I tell you that. I think he's preparing me. He's telling me, oh, I'm going to be making an appearance here in the next couple readings. Any minute now. Any minute now. Virgo. Oh, what's to be said about Virgo? They like getting... What, baby? You can come up here if you want. There we go. Come on up. Come on. Come on up. He hates it when I sit here. He knows that I can't play with him the way I normally would, that I'm busy doing something else. He hates it. Hates it. So he'll poke at me. He'll pull at my clothes. He'll nip at me. He'll cry. He'll whimper. Virgo, Virgo, Virgo. What's in store for Virgo? January, February, March 2020, please. What's going on for Virgo? I'd like to see her too come up. There's all these good cards are flashing by. And I'm like, come on, come on. All the best ones. Virgos like simplicity in their life. They like fine things in their life. They want everybody to get along. An argument breaks out. They're the first one to sight unseen, unheard, to slip off. They just pull out of the picture altogether. They don't like confrontation. They don't like animosity. They don't like being uncomfortable at all. Now another run through here, Virgo. One more, and then I'll cut the deck for you, Virgo. Let's see here. I have a Virgo moon. I'm going to cut right here. What do we got? First card up. Ooh, 5 of Wands. Competition. I don't like opening with a 5. Not at all. Oh my. Are you kidding me? Well, Virgos, remember, it's a general reading. It doesn't apply to everybody watching this video that's a Virgo at this point. You got some challenges coming up here for the first 3 months. I don't know what's going on, but you got this, okay? And this is about competition. Your middle card was Knight of Swords and drama. And your final card is the Heartbreak card of Tarot. 3 of Swords. These are the cards. They all, isn't that something? You know, they're all pointing to something. They're bringing something up in your face. Kind of a deal. 5s, like I said earlier, they never bode well, really, for anybody. They bring about challenges and this sort of a thing. Not my favorites, the 5s. This is a card of competition and tests. You may also be feeling overwhelmed by other people's opinions in families. This 5 can show demanding children at work, colleagues who will talk first, usually over you, so you're not being heard. You have to fight to be heard. Somebody's not listening. Another meaning is dealing with a deluge of emails and phone calls and meetings that threaten to pull you in one too many directions. And the advice is become the observer, and you'll soon know who needs your help. However, try not to heal everybody because you need to focus on yourself as well. Keywords are posturing, ego, pride, debate, test, opinions, communications, overload. Jumping, Jehoshaphat, Virgo, pull yourself off into left field and come up for air. Never mind what other people are doing, what they're thinking, what they're saying, trying to influence you, trying to pour and shove their opinions in your face. Virgo, you're always trying to be the peacekeeper. You try to avoid this kind of things with people, being overpowered, overwhelmed, not people and you're saying, I don't know what part of what I'm saying that people are not understanding. Then you need to speak louder. If you have to yell to be heard, you yell to be heard. You won't allow yourself and your good nature to be taken advantage of anymore either. That's going to change for you as well. You are not going to allow yourself to be used and abused in any way, shape, or form by anybody. There's a transformation going on there for you. You're turning a new leaf, you might say. Maybe call it a resolution for the new year. I don't care what name you put on it, but there's changes. Like you've had enough. You've drawn the line. You can't live the rest of your life accommodating everybody's tastes and flavors. All right? You need to take care of your own first. That's the big, big message coming here. You need to take care of yourself and your own first. And go about your business. Yes, you take an interest in other people. Help other people when you can. But you need to dance to the beat of your own drum. The time has come. All right? And there'll be some people that are real slow studies. And you'll say, I already told them. This is the way something's going to go down. It's what I've decided. And they just go on like you never said a word. There'll be some challenges there, but you'll get your word out there. You'll get your point across. It's just that, Virgo, you're going to feel uncomfortable doing any of that. But you're going to see very clearly this is the only way, because it's the only language everybody around me is going to understand. So you need to bring out the hard-ass side of Virgo, which is rarely ever brought out. Rarely seen. You can do it. It's for the better. The second card that we pulled here for you is a Knight of Swords. It's all about drama and, of course, the situation that you're in, trying to bring out another side of you that you've never really felt compelled to bring out. What's the point? What's the purpose? You've always said to yourself, and you've kept certain things separate. Not wanting to be seen as a troublemaker or a disturbance. You've always tried to keep a check on that kind of a thing, and that's okay. You know, it's like somebody that's never, ever, ever gotten angry or upset or pissed off. And then when they do, and they say, well, I've got to make an issue of this because this is, I'm not putting up with this. And then the people around you, you're bringing this up to, they're going, ah, you're so funny, go sit down. Yeah, right. Because you never show that side. You may have to push, is what I'm saying with some people, to really get your point across. And say the buck stops here. That's not happening anymore. We're not doing things that way anymore. Things are changing. And there will be drama. The very fact that you get emotionally involved and upset or wound up is drama. It is drama. It is a night as well. So about learning about things, learning about people, messages coming through for you as well. This action-driven knight is in the troublesome suit of swords, and it brings a whirlwind of drama, confrontations, unexpected blocks, disruptions to plans. And in a relationship, there could be insecurity and arguments. That kind of goes with all three of these cards for one or two of you. You have a fight on your hands, and there's little you can do to avoid the upheaval that it's going to bring. But on the plus side, you'll know exactly with what and whom you are dealing with. The advice of this card, avoid being drawn into drama more than is necessary. That's a given. That's your nature, is to avoid drama more than is necessary. Try not to take the setback personally, should there be any, because whoever this is happening with, this is their fight. It's not yours, and you don't want to get caught in the crossfire or look like you're choosing sides when you're not. Your keywords are battles and confrontation, stress, unstoppable force. Whatever's going to be is going to be. It is what it is, and there's nothing you can do to stop something. It's something that's going to unfold. But in the bigger picture, it's a forward-moving thing. It's just real uncomfortable getting there, but you get there. Unstoppable force. There's manipulation, immaturity, and instability. And I just see you doing this. I am done with that stuff. No more. This probably centers around certain people in your life, Virgo. where you're doing this. I'm all done. For one, maybe two of you, we're looking at your partner not being everything that they claim to be. There's mistrust that's going to settle in. Feeling like you've been lied to, you've been misled. You're looking at the years invested. Do you just walk away, or do you stay and try to fix it? These are things you're going to be juggling. Whatever it is, Virgo, you put yourself first, starting right now. You need to put you first, your needs, your wants. And the only one who can do that is you. Nobody can give you that. It's something you claim for yourself. And there's your heartbreak. Right there, you got the heartbreak card of tarot. But it's a card of healing. But one thing about this card, it does show, like the Knight of Swords, it shows upheaval. It shows something being amiss, something being upset, things that you weren't even aware of, things that you didn't know about. All of a sudden, boom, there they are. They're in your face, and you can't deny anything anymore. All those little common sense voices in your head that you kept pushing away, that looks like a duck, quacks like a duck, walks like a duck, is always a duck, my dear. You're not thinking, feeling, and seeing and hearing these things off the top of your head in La La Land. This is your reality, all right? But this card is also a card of healing, because everything will be out, front, and center. Nothing will be hidden, shadowed anymore. You'll see exactly just what or who and who that you're dealing with. You see the situation and everything about it. There'll be nothing else hidden. That can be overwhelming. That can be a slap in the face, to put it lightly. A lot of activity there. It is a 3 after all, so there's a lot of activity going, not all of it good, but in the bigger picture, once you get through the fire and the hell of it all, and you look back, and you'll go, I'm glad I went through that and didn't waste any more time. The 3 is the heartbreak card of tarot, but thankfully, it's a minor arcana card, signifying a transient event that you will process and heal from. It often arises to reveal relationship breakups, affairs, and disappointment. The positive of this card is that at least you know exactly where you stand, and you are going to see the truth. The 3 can also signify stress symptoms such as anxiety and fear. The advice is to feel the pain and see the truth of the matter. You've got to take your rose-colored glasses and throw them. And you need to see reality, or you're just going to waste more time in your life living a lie. Just know this, whatever you do, see the truth. The situation, all of it has happened for a reason. It's part of your story. Keywords are heartbreak and sorrow, betrayal, loss, affairs of the heart, breakup, and tears. But you will grow. You will move forward. You'll be stagnant for a little bit because of the shock of it all. But those are your cards. Virgo, those are your cards. It's time to start over. And you're going to be putting you first and standing up for you. All right, so the next card that we're going to be looking at here is Libra. Libra. And we're looking at, okay, 130. All right, Libra. Libra, Libra, Libra. What is up? Now, I have Libra rising. I'm a Cancer Sun, Libra rising, Virgo moon. I got something in there to do with Scorpio, and I can't remember what it was. I had a numerologist told me that, a few years ago now. Probably about 4 years ago. Almost. And that's what they said. Something to do with Scorpio. I am not a numerologist, nor an astrologist. I don't like numbers. You can give me creativity, you can give me a palette and a pen and paints and clay and so, all that, yeah. But numbers are not my thing. Never going to be my thing. Never were my thing. I'm intimidated by numbers. I get confused real easy. It's It's like a phobia. I have a phobia of numbers. Yeah, Libra, what's going on with you? What is going on with Libra for January, February, March 2020? Libra, Libra, Libra. The sweetheart of tarot. That's what I say. Libra, they're very sweet. They just want everybody to get along. They want harmony in their lives. They want harmony around them. Therefore, they want to instill harmony in the people that are around them to ensure that let's all get on the same page, kind of a thing. Let me cut the deck. Yeah, well, that's not going to happen, is it? There we go. That card's come up, what, 3 times tonight? He hasn't. All right, very first card that I pulled here. We've got 2 kings in your reading. This is the King of Pentacles. And trust, Libra. Trust. It's not easy to trust, especially if you've got a situation where you've got this compulsion and you're compelled to trust somebody or trust a situation. But then your street smarts kick in and go, wait a minute. If I look at this logically, I don't know if I like this so much. I don't know if I should really trust. Should I invest all of me into this with this little unsettled feeling? Well, that's common sense kicking in as well. And we can't ignore that that's true. But we can't let it freeze us in motion. What that is self-protection. That's your safety mode. But if we live within safety all the time, that's not a good thing. We need to step outside our comfort zone at times. Stupid button. My cursor was on the power button for oh my God. And baby, you're right. I need to get comfortable, and you're right. There. As long as I don't lift the chair, you won't get hurt. No, the cursor, I'm going, if I breathe the wrong way, it's going to cut me off, and I just very lightly went, anyway, blink, piss off. I'm glad I made coffee, but I should have made another little pot. Oh well. King. Wow. And of Pentacles at that, that's a beautiful thing. Always. So with this king, this handsome, handsome man, sometimes represents a real person, but could just be an energy as well for you, Libra. But this king reveals a man who is ambitious, and yes, he's trustworthy and protective. When he commits to a project or a relationship, he's loyal to the last. He can be a powerful business owner or a leader. He has a hands-on attitude. And if this card is resonating with you, he represents generosity and love. So what you gain, you share with the people who are important to you. The advice is protect what is yours while helping those on their way up the ladder and enjoy the rewards that success is going to bring. The keywords are money and protection, power, loyalty, stability, leadership, and commitment. Lay down your armor, take off your shield, open up, and trust. Whoever has this person in their life, now's the time for you to open up and trust. Never lose your logic or your common sense, of course, so that you're not taken advantage of. But there could be somebody coming into your life, or that's in your life, or a part of your life that you can rest against. And they will protect you. And they will lead you and give only the best for you. They want what they want for themselves, they want for you. And they will see it through to the end. You can rest easy in this energy and rest easy within this person. Always stop to help other people. Be generous with your time, your energy. Enjoy the rewards that success will bring. Don't sacrifice, don't put your own self at risk to help somebody else. You take care of you first, and what's left over goes for the others that you're able to give. Keywords are money and protection and power, loyalty, stability, leadership, and commitment. And if this person commits to you, you can bank on it. They're loyal to the very end. They will not abandon you. They will not drop you. They won't leave you to fend for yourself. They won't leave you lost in the forest or the jungle. There's metaphors, of course, but once they commit to a project with you or to you, that will see you through. You can bank on that. That's a beautiful thing. The second card that we have, again, this is another good card. We got the Seven of Cups and Possibility. This is a really, really, really good card. Just one moment. I just got to do something here. Back again, Libra. Okay, so our second card, we're looking here at the Seven of Cups and Possibilities. Always like the sevens, more or less. With the Seven of Cups, yes, a possibility, you know, because you got support here from this energy, from this person. You got somebody that stands behind you and will support you in everything that you do, no matter. With the seven, there are many, many choices available, are going to become available to you. But, you know, you're kind of caught. You're going, well, where do I throw all my energy? Where do I throw my focus in on? But when everything starts to make itself, you become aware of your possibilities. Put it that way. You don't have the facts to back up the things that you need to help you make a decision. All you have is a bunch of impressions and assumptions. And you can't just weigh everything on. You need facts to back everything up. You need solidity within, or whatever it is that you're getting. It has to be a sure thing. You could find yourself in danger of falling for fantasy if you're not careful. Because in the moment when these opportunities come to you, you really have no sense yet of what is real and what you're idealizing, because it fires your imagination. Well, I like to go that way because that really interests me. I think I'm going to throw all my eggs into that basket, and you don't even know anything about it. It's just the idea that you're in love with, the idea that's drawing you in. Wait till you find the reality. Wait till you find the facts before you make any real conclusive decisions here. Pay attention to your dreams and visions as well. And as I said earlier with this card, I would never recommend this, only because the card is saying, but rather than rush toward one option, no, that's not the one. I was thinking something else. I'm sorry. But no, yes, this is good advice for you. Rather than running in and saying, well, there's three options, I'm just going to grab that one and go with it. Rather than do that, stand back for a little bit and wait and see what manifests, what comes out of each option. Wait to see some signs, real signs. That'll give you a more better direction which to go. Listen to your intuition at this time as well. Your keywords are fantasy and confusion, choices, dreams, imagination, visions, and passion. You can feel visions, you can have, or passion. You can feel passion, you can have visions, you can have your dreams, you can get real creative and all of that. But the bottom line is you have to stay within the reality, the bounds of your reality in your life, so you don't make any foolish mistakes. That's the only thing, right? But the possibilities, you're going to see the world in a much broader scope here, Libra. You'll be seeing the world going, wow, you mean I really can? Whether I'm good at something or not is neither here nor there, but just knowing that I can go in any direction I want in my life. I can pick and choose where I want to be, who I want to be. Those are really options. And I've got the freedom, as much as anybody else does, to move forward and start picking, choosing, and embracing and making things mine. And then you feel overwhelmed. You go, wow, with that many choices, I better be careful. Now you're talking turkey here. Okay, last card we're looking at is another king. Again, this tells me, what I'm getting from it, there's a lot of support in different corners of your world. Because you got the king, and it's the king of swords, and he's all about your ambition, the energy of ambition. He's fantastic. This is a cut to the chase kind of a person. That's the first thing I'm hearing here. Cut to the chase. He doesn't have patience for following protocol. So this card, the energy itself, could show you going off in left field to find things, to do things, to accomplish things, to work through things, trying, yes, the tried and true, of course, but there's always going out on a limb. There's always taking that risk. You'd be tempted to do that, to take some risks. With this energy, with this person, should he play out to be a person in your life, this is somebody that is respected, usually in a leadership role. They could be a business owner, somebody very, very smart. He could, I hate getting distracted. I heard a ding, and I don't know who it's from or what it's from. I'm not checking it, but it threw me off. Just a moment. He's about filtering out the fluff in any situation in your life. If you've got a goal and you wanted to get into this, to start it, to begin it, to work it, to make it work, and you're thinking, oh, I've got this list, and I got to do this first, check mark, then I got to do that, check mark, and I gotta. The list goes on. He grabs it, plays basketball with it. Get rid of the list. I don't work that way, okay? And this could be an energy going, what are you doing? Why are you making so much work for yourself? You'll clue in. There's no rules here. Nothing says I can't just like go charging forward into something. When what you do see is you must follow proper procedure and proper protocol. You must go to A first and complete A. Then you have to move in through and inhabit B. And once your work is done there, then you get to go to C for the final destination. With this energy, with him, not so. He says, cut the bullshit. Stop. These are what you've got with this list is stalling procedures, to stall and drag things out when there's no need of you to do that. All you need to do is just wash that away. All right, the expectations, the way we're supposed to do things. Never mind about what you're supposed to do. You do your own thing. That makes you unique. It makes you who you are. You may even inspire other people when they go whoa, what? You did what? And you didn't have to do all that other... No, nothing. I took what I needed and I left the rest behind. Somebody else can deal with all that. And this is what worked for me. By inspiring other people and leaving a trail behind you, you make something that was unprecedented into something that is. And others will follow suit. Follow your path. Not a lot less muss and fuss. A cleaner trail. Things not coming in, getting overwhelmed and coming in and just, overwhelming and crowding you and cramping your style. You don't want to do that. You want to go freely, honestly, purely. Purity. This is me. This is mine. This is who I am. This is what I do. This is what I'm about. I'm not like what's in that book or those rules or those guidelines. You get there under your own steam. This is going to be the first 3 months. Most of you are going to do at least one thing that you're going to be very proud of and feel accomplished over, feeling like I have arrived. I'm finally here. And it doesn't stop there. As long as you live and you breathe and you have a heartbeat and you break a sweat, you'll continue to move forward and grow. Because that's the way it is. It's like planting a seed for a tree. The tree breaks ground. We've got a seedling. It sprouts and it starts to grow. It starts to thrive. And then everything comes to a screaming halt. Where's the blooms? Where's the leaves? Oh, well, that didn't happen because you can't do that. You can't reach your goal and then just put the brakes on and say, well, I made it. I arrived. You've arrived all right, but you have arrived at the possibilities of how life can be, how much you can grow, how fulfilled you can be, how content you could be. You don't stop. You never stop. That's an insult to the universe. Oh, I was only here to get this. I'm here, so now I can just sit back and do nothing. No, you don't. Oh, no, you don't. Life goes on, and you should be grateful for that, and you will be grateful for that. This is a card of ambition, of not holding back, of growing forward. As I said, okay, the generic is, this is a very strong leader in a professional career. He's a great strategist with charm and ambition, but he can exert pressure too, as he's impatient to succeed. You see, that's what I more or less told you. He can be relied upon to offer calm and logical judgment, and another meaning is that for some of you, legal issues need your attention just now. If this king comes up as the you card, if you're resonating with you, then take a logical approach. This is a time for mental agility rather than emotion. It is swords, nothing to do with emotions, but clarity. Advice, look to the facts before you make any decisions, all right? And your keywords are fairness and balance, indecisiveness, decisions as strength, justice, and support. Like I said, you'll make your own path. You'll forge your own way forward. You won't be following rules and regulations of things that are already preset in place. Not going to happen. Good for you, Libra. Take your stance. Don't hold back. Don't be afraid. All right? Be brave. Go forth and all that good stuff. All right, so where's my pen? Next one is Scorpio. All right. There we go. All right. And we get things shuffled up for Scorpio. And oh my goodness, going to have 2 more and I'll be done. I did all 12. Wow. I'll pay it when I have to go to upload it. It'll probably still be, I'll leave it go all night. It'll still be uploading in the morning to YouTube, I'm sure. But it's worth the work. There he is again. Manifestor keeps popping up at me. Three more to go, counting this one. 3 more. Somebody's going to get it. And if they don't, I guess maybe it was just meant for me, because he's been popping up right in my face all night here. So Scorpio. January, February, March 2020. End of this month through to the end of March. What's up for Scorpio? My goodness. Come up for air and people think you've died. Scorpio. The last time I did readings, public readings, was January 1st. It was New Year's Eve. So that was 9 days ago. But I've been sick, right? So that time didn't even exist for me. I feel like I just did the last reading a few days ago and now I'm whatever. So somebody's asking. They're worried. Hey, if I'm not doing readings anymore, I'm worried. I'll say this while I got everybody here. Those of you that have hung on this long waiting for your things. When you see Bay of Fundy Fortunes, live or pre-recorded, whatever. I thought I just lit a cigarette. If I did, it's gone. Please read the title of the video. I get people coming into pre-recorded readings. I'll go back and look later and see comments, and it'll be, yeah, could you tell me about my dad and my Aunt Emma? Got this problem going on. It's a pre-recorded. Like, I left that video 3 weeks ago. You know what I'm saying? If someone's coming in, they're asking questions like it's a live reading, and we're doing questions like a mini reading. And then you get people doing them live, not the mini readings, but the monthly ones, when I do 12, like I am now, and doing them live. People come right in out of the blue. They don't read the title of the video, what it's about. They just see Bay of Fundy Fortunes is live, and boom, they're in there. Yeah, could you tell me blah, 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 blah? No, I'm not doing mini readings right now. You can't post any questions right now. We're not responding to them. These are general monthlies. What's that? Oh my God, go get a tarot book and read up on the history of tarot. Oh my God. All I'm saying, my friends, please read the titles of the videos. So, you know, I had to ask there one night. I was doing generals. I don't know what sign I was on, but I was doing them and doing them live. People coming in like it's a mini reading, and they're asking questions. And there were several that come in, and I said to the rest of the people that were in there, did anybody read the actual title of this live stream before they came in? And I said, can you guys not see it? Like, what's the because this happens every reading. Doesn't matter what I'm doing. And yeah, well, 5 or 6 people said, yeah, I saw it. I knew what it was. It's general readings. Why are they coming in here? They don't stop to read what it's about. How can you even do that? I don't know. I don't get it. This is for Scorpio. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if she comes up. She almost popped out. All right. Right here, she said. Cut me right here. All right. Cut you right here. Scorpio. January, February, March 2020. And now I will cut the deck, Scorpions. There. I'm curious. Again, the way we started. Wow. Okay. All right. Interesting. Strength card. Stability. Strength of character. Integrity. I better make sure that I'm still on. Are we rolling? We are rolling. Okay. I left the screen for a minute. I couldn't see. I was looking at something else. But we do. We have the card of strength and stability. Overall, common meaning is your strength of character, your integrity, knowing right from wrong, implicating and living your life that way. And anybody that knows you well knows that you have your integrity, and that you always try to walk down the right path, the proper path, the expected path, to not veer or stray off it. It has served you well. All right? It has served you well. You would never give the powers that be, this could be employment kind of a thing, you know, job, the figures of authority in any way, shape, or form. You would never give them space to question who you are and what you're all about. You're about right, goodness, and light, which is a great thing here. For some of you, this card can actually be taken literally as far as strength goes. The return of physical strength, the return of vitality, the return of mental health, emotional health, physical health. Have you been sick or accidental, something, surgery, something that's laid you up? You're on your way back. You're going to be in better mental, emotional, and physical health than you've been in a long, long time, Scorpio. This is the year you focus on you. while leaving enough room in your heart for everybody else. Let's see what the generic side's going to say here. Anything that I missed, I don't know. We'll find out soon. I like this card. I've always liked this, the card of strength, the determination. Because in real life, if this was real life and, you know, somebody ripping open a fishing net with their bare hands, you'd slice your hands to pieces. Most of them made with nylon fiber, would cut through your skin. But he has no knife, no nothing. And he's determined to free what look like sardines to me. That's what it looks like. But he's setting them free, and nothing's going to keep him from it. Nothing. It's wonderful. This card shows patience in the face of any conflict, Scorpio, that you may come to, and standing your ground rather than being overwhelmed. Whatever it is that will oppose you, remember this. Anything that opposes you is lower than you are. Because opposition is darkness, it's shadowed. There's no light there. It's negative. You are of the light, Scorpio. You walk the life of the light. You live the style of the light. You carry the light of the universe. There's no way anything gray, dark, black, shadowed of any kind is ever, ever going to win against the essence of light. Always. You need to believe that rock hard solid. All right? This could even go further, deeper. This could even be this darkness, the shadows. It could be your own fear, your own guilt, or other emotions that could shake your confidence. Or it could be another person who's acting in an unreasonable way by projecting these emotions onto you. Having compassion while keeping your personal boundaries strong and refusing to be taken advantage of will show your strength of character. Did you hear that? Having compassion while keeping your personal boundaries strong. You can feel for other people without lowering or becoming weaker. You can understand. You can care, but you don't need to lower yourself to make anybody else feel better. Refuse to be taken advantage of. You'll stand your ground. Another meaning of this card is literally physical strength and a return to vitality. Advice is stand firm and be calm and take the higher moral ground. I'm going to sneeze. The situation is a test of your character, and you are resilient and patient enough to withstand ongoing challenges without panic and without compromise, especially when that doesn't feel right. Keywords are courage and patience, endurance, risk, balance, opposition, vitality. You know what it all is? It's all life. Everyday life around you and the things that you face and the things that you deal with, the challenges that come. And you face everything with integrity. You don't let yourself be pushed, cornholed into anything, right? Nobody push your back up against the wall. Stand your ground. Card number 2 is King of Cups. We like him. King of Cups, yes. He's all about understanding. He's all about understanding. Good card. Really nice card. With the King of Cups, this king, again, the word integrity coming right up off this card, right off the get-go. Honor and sensitivity, and is devoted to his people and his life, his friends, his family, even his career. There's a lot of devotion there. This is somebody that's rock solid. And when he makes a commitment, he is loyal for life. This could be somebody that could be distant at times. They pull off on their own a little bit. But since he feels everything very deeply, but he may not know how to show it, and that could be why. If this card resonates with you in a reading, the king indicates that you should balance empathy with others, with fairness, again, to yourself. He also represents the ideal male partner. As with the card of strength, it's the same thing, your integrity. And being and feeling compassion, they're almost the same card as far as messages coming through here. It's being repeated and put into your face again. You can be there for people. You can show your compassion, your understanding, your patience, your love, but it's not supposed to cost you anything when it comes to personal integrity at all. It shouldn't cost you anything at all. When you share your love and your compassion, these things grow even stronger within yourself. They don't get depleted. They build up. They get stronger. Don't let anybody else's problems, thoughts, whatever it is, if you're in a position where somebody is leaning on you, you're listening to somebody, you're giving of yourself, it shouldn't deplete you in any way, shape, or form. So that's been repeated here within these two cards alone. Follow your emotions, but don't feel that you have to explain your feelings to anybody, and just trust yourself that you are right. When you feel you're right, you're right. Never mind what everybody else is saying and what they think. You follow your own, you be your own leader. Keywords are fairness and empathy, sensitivity, loyalty, maturity, commitment, and honor. And I got a shimmy on maturity. Watch your maturity levels. If you're a grown-up, act like a grown-up. Okay? You be responsible. Because I'm seeing finger pointing going on. Nya, 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 nya. Don't let that be you. Because somebody's going to come back, and you're going to take your finger and go, oh. Because they're going to have a point. It's going to be aimed at your maturity. You don't want to put yourself in that position or in that light in anybody's eyes. You think before you speak, before you act. Really think long, hard, and deep. All right, the last card, another gorgeous card for you. Queen of Pentacles, Scorpio, kindness. Kindness. These cards are all at an emotional level here for you. There's nothing wrong with that. Nothing at all. This affectionate and generous woman is the wise helper that we all want in our lives. She's a lover of nature, a lover of her home, her family. She's practical and down to earth. If you resonate with this card in this reading, then the Queen is showing you that now's the time to focus on key tasks. Stop putting things off that are important. Prioritize. Spend your money wisely at the same time. Another meaning is that an influential woman at work supports your career. The advice of this card, be hands-on. Get involved. Give practical help and share your knowledge with those who need it. Keywords are generosity, fertility, money, comfort, love, children, and animals. Again, the card shows you being at service to others, offering your strength to others that need that strength. They need somebody to understand. There's some, you could be pulled into something where these people need somebody that understands where they're coming from. Somebody that's walked the same walk that they have, and you're just the person to fill that role. You bring forth compassion. You bring forth understanding. Again, that you keep what you need to keep for yourself. Don't deplete yourself. Or this could be somebody that you know as well. The card could represent somebody that you know as much as it could represent you. It depends. These are not private readings. These are general readings, but this is great. This is good stuff. It's all good stuff. You got people in your life here, people you're going to have to deal with. You have to watch how you expend your own personal energy, where you put it. You've got to take account for yourself, your own actions. And that's not always a pleasant thing to do. Maturity. There you go. There you go, Scorpio. And now we are on to Sagittarius. Oh, we're almost there. Yeah. And Sagittarius, we're looking at 2850. All right. Well, 2851. Here we go. Oh my. The last two. I'm all excited now. I can't believe. I didn't know energetically, physically, mentally, psychically, spiritually, if I was going to get all 12 done tonight. I'm glad. I feel like I've accomplished something. I'm accomplishing something. I do. And I'm glad I took the time to re-record. It's like hours now. I started this, I think it was 4:30. It's now 10 after 8. 4 hours, and I still got one more to go after this. Sagittarius. There we go. What is coming up for Sagittarius for the months of what's left of January? That's the month we're in. What's left of January in through February through to the end of March of this year, 2020. What is going on for Sagittarius? Lordy, lordy, lordy. Let's see here. Let's see. Come on now, baby. We're smoking tonight, let me tell you. We're smoking hot. Boy's destiny keeps flashing me too, as well. Always on the bottom through the reading. Oh, and look at that one. Sagittarius. A lot of growth for Sagittarius this year. What they call market changes. Transitions. New beginnings. Endings in a good way. Those that are out in the workforce, ending one job to start another. And it's a moment of excitement and joy and happiness. Working for everything that you get, everything that you have, and everything that you want, and not being afraid to put the time and the work in as well. A pop out there, I'm going to tell you what it is. The Ace of Swords is victory. That's what popped out. Regular old-fashioned pop out. Probably my clumsiness, though. I always say that because it's true. I drink my coffee. I did. I'm all out. Yeah, I don't know about mini readings tonight. Oh my God, that would mean, like, I don't want to sit in one spot like this and not move for like 5, 6, 7 hours. It's not healthy. So I don't know, for that reason, I don't think I'll be doing. Look at that Ace of Swords again. Isn't that something? That's amazing to me. If it shows up in the reading. Sagittarius, what's going on for Sagittarius? Can we have some guidance? Insights? What to anticipate? What they need a heads up on? Where are they headed? What's going on? What's coming at them? One more. How is that possibly still on the bottom? The Ace. How is that possibly even there? Come on. Now, there's no way it can be on the bottom again. There's absolutely no way. Okay, good. There anyway. I'm going to cut right here. Sagittarius, right here. Again. This is what, 3, 4 times it's come up through these readings. 7 of Cups, possibilities. Nothing wrong with it. It's just that I get tired of seeing some cards coming over and over again. Pisses me off. There's a good one. Yes, she came up. I wanted her to. Oh, Sagittarius. I'm all excited because I've got two of my 3 sons are Sagittarius. 7 of Cups, possibilities. I just hear the world opening up in ways it never has before. And ease. Coming with ease into you, Sagittarius. Things coming a lot easier. Fearing struggles, fearing hardships, fearing blocks. All for naught. All for naught. Possibilities of you attaining what it is you want to attain. Achieving what you want to achieve are very strong. They're in your corner. You're very, very lucky. There are many, many choices that are going to become available to you now. But which one do you focus on? At this point, There are a few facts to help you decide. It may be only a raft of impressions, so you're assuming things. Don't do that. Danger lies in falling for fantasy if you do. If you have no sense of anything yet, really, especially what is real, and maybe what you're idealizing, making something seem like it's perfect, you really shouldn't do that, only because it excites you, fires your imagination, and that's okay. I say it's okay to dream. It's okay to have passion. It's okay to fire your imagination. It's okay to picture things, visualize, but you need to stay real at the end of the day. You need to stand your ground and deal with reality and deal with facts, no matter what you're dealing with. You need to do that. In creative projects, you may be awash with ideas. And another meaning is dreams and visions. The advice is, rather than rush in towards just one option, just slow down, stand back a while, and wait to see what's going to manifest, so you'll have more of a logical awareness of what's going on, a more conscious choice on where you're going to invest yourself and where you're going to invest your time. The keywords are fantasy, confusion, choices, dreams, imagination, vision. My favorite word, no matter which way you use it. Passion. Passion. I like it. I like it a lot. Your second card, no messing around here. Getting through. Alright? We're looking at that Chariot. Forward movement. Fast movement. It's going down and it's happening. And you're excited. Some of you have been biding your time. Some of you have been biding your time and waiting for something, and you don't know what it is, but you know you're waiting for something. And you'll know it when it hits you. This is what I've been waiting for. Any plans, any dreams, any goals, anything like that, with this card, you've been holding on to things, wanting to implement them, wanting to start using them, wanting to roll them out and make them a hardcore reality of your life, an extension of your daily life. Progress moving forward. The gates have been kicked open for you. The starter's gun has been fired. And there's a green flag and a green light that says, go, go, go. Remember, this is a card of really, really high energy. All right? It is not a card of emotion or emotional sensitivity or anything like that. For that reason, Sagittarius, you need to be aware of the people around you as you're moving through your days and you're getting some forward momentum, and there's a lot starting to go on and it's all good and you're excited. Don't get caught up so much that you become insensitive to the people that are around you, your family, your friends, and people that you deal with. Don't be running people over and running people down in your own glee, your own joy, your own excitement. Watch that ego as well. Don't put that out there. Don't go, I'm going to show y'all, prove y'all wrong. That's the wrong attitude to have. You let your actions speak, not your mouth. Let your actions speak, and people will be going, well, I'll be damned. They did it. They actually did it. Let them say. You don't have to. You're living it. You're in it. You don't have to prove anything to anybody, as a matter of fact. What a great card. What a great card for you, Sagittarius. It's wonderful. It really is. I'm loving it for you guys. Really am loving it. It's time to make some serious progress when this card comes into your reading. And travel is going to be favored now for some of you, as are moves. That could be connected with work. You could be moving for work. This would be a good opportunity for somebody, because if you're going to contemplate actually moving house, uprooting yourself, then there's something in this job. There's something in this work. The card's also a general sign that every aspect of your life is going to suddenly surge forward. However, balance is necessary, and you may need to treat people around you with care, as this is a card of energy rather than sensitivity. The card reveals that good timing and being aware of your ego will be essential if you're to keep your show on the road. Be careful how you treat people. Remember where you come from and who you are. Another meaning of the card is acquiring a new car or a new vehicle of some kind. Congratulations. The advice of the card: it's time to actively move forward with your plans. Keep that ego in check when you need to. and enjoy this time of power and this time of motivation. And the keywords are journeys and determination, willpower, progress, friction, guidance, and protection. And you know what? You guys are going to handle this just fine. You know how I know? I'll tell you how I know. Because the final card in your reading, look what you got. I was hoping she'd show up for somebody. I really was. She's my other favorite card. She is, if you don't have hope, you haven't got anything. Some people have different ideas on hope. Mine are pretty strong. I've been called the eternal optimist no matter how bad things get. No matter how much stuff is staring me in the face and I think there's nothing good going on, everything's horrible. There's always a little inkling, a little spark in me that says there's always hope. You still live, you breathe, you've got a heartbeat. You have free will. You have your own mind, your own heart, your own soul, your own grit. You get your own pain. Anything's possible. And I mean anything is possible. It's an exciting card to have in your reading. She's beautiful. One of my favorites. Oh, my dear Lord. My sweet Lord. She's incredible. There's so much that comes from her. Sometimes we feel like we can't breathe, that we're drowning, and she's the one that gives us the air that we need. She's here to acknowledge that somebody, you worked through heartache and conflict, understood the lessons of these difficult experiences, and you are now beginning to feel hope again. The more you place your trust in the universe to protect you, the more the star guides you toward happier times. I want you guys to listen to every word here. The card, therefore, reveals personal growth. Through healing past issues, you can be free from old patterns of relating and feel more whole and fulfilled in the future. The star is also a card of creativity and offers great reassurance that you're on the right path. So if you have been conflicted, if you've been suffering or doubting your own abilities, the star in your reading is a sure sign that everything will be just fine. You need to trust in that. The advice, follow your heart and respect your inner knowing. Trust that the universe will bring you whatever it is that you require in your life. Your keywords are creativity, dreams, intuition, healing, spiritual path, and I love the closing words on this reading for you, Sagittarius: rebirth and wishes. Congratulations on a beautiful reading. One of the best ones, I think, here tonight. This is fantastic, Sagittarius. My goodness. Now we're down to the last reading for Capricorn. There we go. Okay. Capricorn. Let's see what we can do. You guys are the last but not least, that's for sure. Feisty little Capricorns. What's up for Capricorn for the next 3 months, for the rest of January, February, through to the end of March 2020, this brand new year of 2020. There he is again. He just keeps flying up. This is the last reading. Should take bets on whether he comes up or not. Life is what you make it with him. You got the power. Capricorn. Bring forth what Capricorn needs to be aware of, what they need to know, which way to turn, which way to go, what they should do, what they shouldn't do. Bring them insight. Okay, I'm going to cut right here, Capricorn. I'm going to cut right here. Oh, we had him earlier. We've got the High Priest in wisdom. Again. Yeah, I kind of knew you were going to show up. No, it's not the manifester. But that card has shown up earlier. I'm happy. It's the last reading. The High Priest in wisdom. Wonderful card. He's the teacher card of tarot. And he represents usually Orthodox religion. He represents traditions, family values, authority. Integrity. Following the rules, playing by the rules. Whether you benefit or not is neither here nor there. You still play by the rules. That's a message coming through here. And you learn as you go. Don't think you know it all. You don't, Capricorn. That's a dangerous way to think. I've learned everything I need to learn. I know what's going on. I'm wise. I'm this. I'm that. No, you're not. None of us are. As long as we continue to grow and learn, that's the only chance we have. That's going through experiences, accepting challenges, not questioning them, accepting them and deal with them, learning to fight back, but doing it in a way that's not dirty fighting. You know what I'm saying? Standing strong, standing true. You're a warrior. You're a warrior. There's nothing wrong with that. It's a good thing for you, Capricorn. Because somehow this is calling to you that you need to be this way. But you need to play fair. Don't get underhanded. Don't get dirty. Don't fight dirty is what the card is coming for. Yes, stand up for yourself. Yes, you fight for what you believe in. But do it the right way. You need to do it the right way. You do need to, actually, this is going to benefit you even though you don't want to follow protocol and rules and laws. You're being told you need to at this time. You need to follow through the proper channels. You have to. Or you're just going to be your own worst enemy if you don't. You need to be disciplined in that regard. He is the teacher card, as I said, of tarot. Wisdom, powerful leaderships are all the gifts of this high priest, the man of learning. A high priest, the high priest is suggesting that education could be an option maybe for some of you now. He also predicts unity in two ways, in body, mind, and soul, so that you feel connected to your intuition and close to your guides. Secondly, he represents the unity of two people as they come together as one. Additional meaning of the card is convention and tradition. But if this isn't for you, you could feel restricted by another's traditional beliefs. I'm not feeling so much traditional beliefs, but you will feel restrictions by following the rules, the law. Not liking it, but you can't do anything about it, but you're feeling this restriction and you don't want to deal with restrictions. I just feel talking through your teeth. I don't deal with that. You have to. You may try to get around it, but all you're doing is exhausting yourself. You might as well be beating up on yourself. You're wearing yourself out going in circles. Really take the road already traveled. Everybody else has to take it. You're no different. So do you. You need to go and abide by the rules. It's the way it is done. You're not smarter than everybody else. If you believe that, you put way too much expectation on your own head. You don't need to put yourself through that. You're your own worst enemy. Trying to reach impossible heights. and thinking you don't have to put all that work in to get there, you're fooling yourself. You really do. You'll have to put that work in eventually, one way or another. It'll happen. Listen to your inner wisdom. It's going to guide you toward a new educational path or a belief or even a teacher. The key words here for the High Priest are education, traditional beliefs, ceremonies, unity, marriage, values, and authority. And you know what? You're not the only one, Capricorn, that gets this battlefield going on inside. I'm not going that way. I'm not doing it that. I'm doing it my way. And sometimes it takes a while before you finally get the message, is that you cannot change the laws of physics. You can't change the law of attraction. It just is what it is. And you've got to follow procedure and expectations, just like the rest of us do. We all do, whether we like it or not. These are paths that you have to walk through, trails that you have to follow, mountains that you may have to climb, blocks that you'll have to go around in order to get where it is that you want to get. The bottom line is finding the wisdom to know better, to know when to stop, to know when to turn, having the wisdom to do that. You can't do it alone. The universe insists on being part of that. But Capricorns can be super stubborn and be their own worst enemy sometimes. They really can. Yeah, all signs can, but more so with a Capricorn. Capricorn, you need to, for somebody out there, you need to get over your anger issues. I don't know what that's about. That's what I'm hearing. As somebody walking on a boundary, they're on the brink here of going either side, either way. You want to stay straight and narrow is what you want to do. You've got enough on your plate. If it goes any differently, it's because you're adding stuff on your plate that shouldn't be there to begin with. There's some really life lessons going on here with this card for you, Capricorn, during the first 3 months. But here's the thing. Because of the layout of your cards, what we're looking at here, most of you will walk that straight and narrow. You may do it begrudgingly. You know, swearing under your breath the whole bit. You know, the payoff's a little bigger for you because you went against your own wants, your own desires, and you put up with it and you went through it anyway. Universe will notice that. It will. It'll take it into account how you didn't want to go that way, but you went anyway because it was the way it was supposed to be. Rather than fighting it, you fought it long enough and clued in. I could have been there 3 times by now if I hadn't been fighting. Ding, 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 ding. Light bulbs, explosions. Okay, I get it. I get it. I get it. I'll humbly put my head down and forge forward and won't question. It's the best thing for you. You'll be successful for most of you because you're being rewarded. You see the rewards already on the horizon coming your way. We've got the 4 of Wands. There could be travel indicated for somebody here because of the Wands. And it does show you maybe possibly want, yeah, you do. You want to take some risks. You're really wanting to take some risks here. You want to cut to the chase. The hell with all that protocol again. But you hold off. You finally clue in before it's too late. And by the skin of your teeth for some of you, by the saving grace of the universe, I tells you, when you have achieved a goal, such as finding a new home, completing a project, or passing a test, and that could be any kind of a test. After that, it's time for rewards. There will be holidays. There will be socializing. There will be love. And trips away all feature in this very happy 4, which brings you leisure, fun, and freedom. It's also time to get back in touch with your own inner child and celebrate the joy of life. As you find contentment within, you'll sense the closeness of your spirit guides. Additional meaning is reflecting on happy memories. Sometimes happy memories that usually would be happy under normal circumstances, but if you're going through a very stressful time, sometimes happy memories are the memories that can break you. You find yourself collapsing, falling apart, because it's the happy memories that bring the most pain in the beginning of loss. It is the happy memories that take our breath away. It's the happy memories that put that weight on us. We don't want to think of the happy memories. We become undone. We feel destroyed. That's how it was. It doesn't have to stay that way. As you grow through your pain, you begin to heal. The day will come. Have faith in this and believe. Those happy memories are a long way down the road, but they will come a day when that's exactly what they'll be. And they'll be the memories you reach for, because they're the ones that'll get you through the day or get you through your moment, whatever it is that you're going through. Right now, you block them, you push them away, they're overwhelming you. It hurts to breathe. But down the road, they will be your saving grace. They will be bringing peace to your heart. The advice of the card: be carefree while you can, and replenish your mind, your body, and your soul. And you want to know why? Because you deserve it, Capricorn. Keywords are balance and love, contentment, freedom, openness, travel, and a brand new home for some. And then this beautiful card to finish off your reading and finish off these readings: the Ace of Swords, finding victory. This is a beautiful card. This is a card of super clarity, of epiphanous moments and light bulbs going off, and things finally fitting together and making sense to the place where you understand them. Maybe not everybody will, but you'll certainly understand them. This is arriving to a place of completion so that a new beginning can start for you as well. It is an ace. What a beautiful card for you guys. Gorgeous card to start off with. Or finish with, I should say. This ace is revealing for you, Capricorn, that you will benefit from a smart decision that's going to lead you to immediate victory. It's going to work your way. If you've been beset by uncertainty, or you've had delays to your plans, this ace shows a breakthrough as you cut out confusion to empower and success. And you know, knowledge is power. You have no power if you don't have knowledge. When you gain knowledge and you get clarity, boy, that changes things real quick. Really puts you in a different position, usually way up here. And before, you were kind of riding somewhere in the mid part of your day, your life, your energy. This is bringing you up. This is a wonderful thing for you. The ace shows a breakthrough as you cut through confusion to win power and success. In your relationships, you make a positive new beginning. The card is also a sign of mental clarity. So you are sharp-witted. There may be legal victory here, or triumph in an argument or debate. You could find yourself on the winning end of something very important. The advice of this card for you, Capricorn: use your intelligence, and victory is yours. You need to keep cool. You need to show, if you're in a case of like a courtroom, a court case, you need to show, with due respect to the court, that you have followed every procedure laid out by them. You have followed protocol. You have followed through over and over and over again. That too will be duly noted by the powers that be, whether here on terra firma or within our loving universe. You played by their rules, and now it's time for them to pay. Things will go in your way. All the pain, the effort, the blood, the sweat, the tears will pay off for you, Capricorn. Here are your keywords. Embrace them and go forward. Keywords are beginnings, decisions, Action. You hear that? Action. Taking real action, not talking about it, not dreaming about it. Taking action. Clarity. You need to really put your sanity on the clarity end of things. Don't fly off half-cocked. In classical Capricorn way, being very quick, wanting to call judgment with a very fast sword and hammer. We can't always travel at that speed. We need to slow down. You need to do things and have self-control. That's a challenge for a lot of Capricorns, that self-control when a nerve's been hit. Nobody's going to listen to you if you're screaming and ranting and raving and shedding blood. But when you're calm, you're balanced, you're even, you're knowledgeable, people stop and listen. Hold on to it. Tighten those reins up. Determination, solutions, and ideas. That, my dear Capricorn, and that, my dear signs, horoscope signs are the end to these readings. What is it, 4 hours? Yeah. Okay, this mama needs a break. I haven't even had a supper. I don't know about the mini readings, but I'll see. It'll be after the fact by the time you guys get this anyway. I want to thank you all for your support over the last year, for being patient with me and all my shenanigans and all my technical problems and all my illnesses and everything that's slowed things down and held things up. But please know, please subscribe to the channel if you enjoyed these readings this evening. There's more to come. As I said, I do more live readings, live streams. If you're subscribed to the channel, you get a notification in your email. Bay of Fundy Fortunes is now live. And then when you click on that, the title of the reading or whatever, the live stream should be there, whether it's a mini reading or generals or whatever titles that I put in. Pay attention to that before you come barreling into the room. But you guys have been very patient and extremely supportive. And I never know how to say thank you to that because there are no words. There are no words. I think that's why I give so much when I read. It's my way of saying thank you, and I'm sincere about it from the bottom of my heart. 2019 was, as somebody said, we look back and we go, what the hell was that all about? We're in 2020 now. I think we've had a real rough start as far as the world stage goes. I don't want to, well, there's a lot of hard feelings going back and forth between Iran and the U.S. In Canada, we're like Switzerland. We love everybody. It's the way it goes, right? Thank you so much once again. I really don't know what to say. Please take care of each other. Hold your loved ones close. Do your best. Keep your integrity front and center. You are living beneath the microscope of the universe. It's watching you. It's taking notes. You cannot fool or lie to the universe. It knows every atom, every molecule that makes you who you are in and out. Make your thoughts pure and make them honest. You can't lie to the universe. And know that for every good deed, there is one to be returned, but you don't do it for that reason. Help out your fellow man. Be more open to people that you don't know or know anything about that are different from you. Let's be more accepting. When the Creator made us all, He didn't pocket us there and pocket us there and said, now I want you all to hate each other. And I want you to fight in religious wars over my name until you draw blood. That was not the Creator's intention. What the hell are we doing to each other? What the hell are we doing? We need to rise up against the evil and the domination in the world and say we're not going to stand for this anymore. And do it in our own small way. And maybe eventually that will spread globally, where people will say we've had enough of war, we've had enough of hate and racism. We've had enough. I'm as related to a rock in my backyard as I am to you, and vice versa. And there's some food for thought. We're all the same. We're all the same. Don't let dying be the only way that you find that out. Make a difference now. Thank you very much once again. And I'll be back again soon to do more general readings. But for the first 3 months of the year, these are your cards. May you enjoy them and may you heed them and embrace them. Thank you very much for being here. Good night.